Yeah, cool.
All right.
All right, hard yarners.
That was a 2.5 hour epic.
Wow, it's good.
Yeah,
We've got
fun.
fun.
Everyone. We got Reapers, Adam Gray, Nino. We've got fucking a ton of people just worked their way through. Raunchy have jumped on board to sponsor us.
Even the inept pleb podcast is.
Yeah, they do a takeover for a little part of it. So this is one of the perfect episodes if you love the ambience and you love listening to like the End of the World podcast with Joe Rogan. This is what we got. So
it's a bit of fun. We're not as drunk as well as we have been in past wrap-up parties.
Yeah.
But we will get drunk now.
Yes.
This is a precursor.
Yeah. All right. There's a feature from my dad. Mr. D jumps on for 5 minutes.
Oh, that's so incredible that your dad jumped on. But
enjoy it.
This episode is brought to you by Raunchy.
Fucking oath.
Raunchy Brewing. They're on board going forward. Very excited about that. They sponsored this podcast and they sponsored this show.
Yeah.
So
And we start off with a little bit of their backstory. And Ian, who's an absolute legend, man. He's a year younger than us, and he's doing big things. He's doing what he loves.
Yeah.
Which you can't ask for anything fucking more with this podcast.
You know what? I can't believe we've got this, but we've got shout-outs for Patreons.
I get
another Patreon. I
Who
forgot
just
to tell
joined?
you. So,
have we met some as well? We got Christina and Kit Adams is here.
yeah, it's good to see some of the
so
Patreons
a few
come
Patreons
in.
here, which is amazing.
We had a Patreon ad today.
They probably just wanted to come without.
I think that. So they might be here and we haven't met them yet. So if they're in the room,
All right, we got
apologise.
Ryan here.
Yeah,
as well.
Ryan, one of the
Shed
Patreons, he's here. That's fucking awesome. So Mark Sheevan is a new podcast on the $10 a month.
Shout out, Mark.
Delby, look at that number rising
Oh,
in income, residual income.
Like the tide.
All
All
right.
right, well, guys, Christmas wrap-up party. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, everyone.
I love it.
Thank you, Nino.
Thank you, Nino. Thank you, everyone. 2023. It's going to be a fucking huge year. I'm very excited.
And enjoy this 2.5 hour epic podcast.
Except for when a net takeover.
Let's get hard.
Let's get hard.
Welcome to Hard Yarns Podcast.
I am fucking fat.
Anything Chris White says, please disregard it.
5D is actually a state of being. It's a unity consciousness.
That was Hard Yarns with me, Frankie Rose. So I'm going to throw it over to your co-host,
Daniel Delby.
And Cameron Brand.
I would do this and then I'd gong.
Free in attendance for the millions listening at home. Let's get hard.
Fuck yeah. Merry Christmas. How good.
Cheers.
Really good. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Thanks for having us. Thanks for having us.
Tell you what,
in the studio.
it's actually really good.
Actually really good, is it? I love the fact that Cameron was the first person. Was it Cameron? Yeah. Straight into it, actually.
Yeah, so we're here with Ian, our sponsor for Christmas party, and a case going forward a week, and
a bit of
possibly the warehouse downstairs.
At least.
Yeah. I love it.
So from Raunchy Brewing Co. Young fella.
Young fella, yeah. 1 year younger, we just
1
found
year
out.
younger.
1 year
Yeah.
younger.
Yeah.
88 was a good model, I reckon.
Oh, yeah. 87 was more refined.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. We should have obviously established to anyone listening right now, we've got a live party going on in the background. That's why you can hear a bit of noise. Hopefully it's not too bad.
This is one of Branch's wet dream potties,
Oh.
where you love it. It's like a party vibe in the background.
I love
it. You can just hear the ambience.
The ambient sound is just
Yeah.
great. Everyone's drinking and having a good time, and a bit of beer pong, and it's a celebration for a good year. So, and look, even Bluntfield's just rocked up. This is great. This is really good. Good vibe. I'm loving it.
Boys,
thanks so much for being part of it as well, mate.
Yeah, guys, thanks
awesome.
for having us here. I mean, it's great to get in, and I've seen Daniel over the years, and when we kind of started sponsoring, and for Fringe, I said, who should we reach out to? And then I reached out to him. He thought I was a scammer, and then we were on the session. We bumped into each other at Melbourne
Cup. Yeah.
Oh, you're real? Yeah, you're real.
Legit, yeah. Because it messages a few times. I'm like, oh, this is like someone taking the piss.
Yeah.
And I bumped in. He's like, nah, here's my car, man. I'm legit. Like,
I'm a real boy.
So why don't we start off by talking a little bit about Raunchy and how it came about, because the listeners probably want to know who you are, where you're from.
I guess you'll have a few listeners that will probably recognize or know the brand. It started in '85. Steve Lazinski had a promotions company, Raunchy Promotions. Originally, he had promotional girls through, I think, Pilbara. He even had them, Pilbara, WA, and then Melbourne, Adelaide, Sydney at one stage in the late 80s, early 90s. He was the top guy to go to for promotions.
Yeah.
If you had to dig
I love how we're using the word promotions.
yeah. plus extras. So we took over Raunchy 4 years ago. Always liking the brand. The brand was so strong in WA. It had kind of died off. We kind of tried to revive it. We kept it going, and then we realized this year, let's try and get it onto a product. The product was obviously going to be a beer.
Yeah.
We do have a motorsport event called Beers as well, which is Budget Extreme Endurance Racing Series.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So that's where the beer came from, and now we sell the beer.
Extreme endurance racing.
Budget Extreme Endurance Racing Series. Yeah.
Budget Extreme.
Budget.
So what's the extreme?
Like,
so how can you have endurance racing in
on a budget?
on a budget, but in cars?
So it started off from the 24 Hours of Lemons, which is a piss take of the 24 Hours of Le Mans in France. So a guy in San Francisco started it, I think, about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
It was brought over to Australia probably in 2015, 16. And that fell through when COVID happened. Actually, the guy that ran it went bust. And then we just said, we want to continue it on in WA, so we had to change the name. And one of my mates, Keelan, who's a real Aussie through and through, even though he's got an Irish name, said, let's just call it Beers. And he came up with this name, and we've taken it, and now we do three events a year in Collie, and it's just getting bigger and bigger. We're moving into Darwin next year. Next year, yeah.
Yeah.
And we thought we'd have a beer that we could actually sell at our events because it's getting so big, and this is kind of how Raunchy Lager came about.
And hopefully it's a fruitful relationship. Very fruitful, that we can create some really good things. I'm very excited about this whole this partnership sort of thing going on.
I'm liking it. Well, the fact you got the right coloured chairs already, guys, I'm very
I
impressed.
noticed that when I walked in. We got red and black chairs.
Yeah, Sarah just asked me, she goes, did you buy the boys' chairs? I was like, no, that's their own chairs.
It's funny, man. I was saying to Branchy, we need a sponsor to get our chairs.
And our old logo is red and white. And black.
We were just chatting about it the other day.
Well, we just rebranded it purple, so I think maybe we'll go back to red and black.
Brilliant.
But before you bought the brewing, you're into cars.
Yeah, so cars, we have a workshop in Malaga, we got a Pitt Inspections in Malaga, and then we have the Ian Jeffrey Motorsport, which is runs our beers event. We're getting into heaps of different types of motorsport as well.
Yeah.
Obviously the beer, motorsport, and what we do.
Yeah, because alcohol and driving are renowned.
Yeah.
I'm
told you to encourage that, eh? No. Responsibly, eh?
Yeah.
So that's kind of how it happened, and we kind of wanted to build a business where do stuff that you enjoy, kind of like you guys, your podcast.
Yeah.
Doing what you really enjoy doing is motorsport, beer, and events, and that's what we wanted to do, and get involved with people and network through really nice channels and do what we're doing today, and exactly what we're doing today.
Yeah.
Are you getting much like, I don't want to go too into it because it's a bit of a fun podcast, but do you get a bit of fucking like pushback and a bit of like, drinking beers, cars, chicks, like that's so fucking like, you know?
Such a bloke thing.
Yeah, does it put you in a stereotype and you get a bit of pushback against?
Small, but I guess in some ways I was saying to Daniel the other day, years ago, I started a company called Skivvies on Tour, and we used to fly girls around WA, and we were up in Terrell.
Promotions on tour.
Promotions on tour. It was Skivvies, I'm not going to lie, it was Skivvies. And we were putting up a poster outside of the Vibe nightclub in Geraldton, not even sure if it still exists, and at the start,
I think it got stolen.
Yeah. At the top of the poster, it was all about advertising what we had on, and this woman was going off and saying it was the worst thing ever. Once she got to the bottom of the poster, it was about, the males are coming next week. I might go see that.
Yeah.
So it's all about how you put it on and how you present it, I guess, to not upset people.
Yeah. You hear that bit? The woman was looking, and when the guys were on, there was like, I can't believe you're doing this. Yeah. Oh, actually, no, it's going to be
bit of hypocrisy there. Yeah.
Small bit, yeah.
But
hypocrisy, I think.
Hypocrisy, yeah, classic.
But before this, where were you? You're an Irish boy?
Irish, I'm in Perth 12 years now, so I got sponsored by a company in the mines.
Was it raunchy?
Wasn't raunchy, unfortunately, no.
Were you a skimpy?
Not as exciting. Not as exciting, unfortunately.
What was your trade?
So diesel mechanic. I was sponsored from Ireland by Hitachi, and came over in 2000.
Good Australian company.
Yeah.
Hitachi.
Hitachi. So I was with Hitachi for 4 years, then I went to Roy Hill, so I was working for Gina. And actually, when I was working at Roy Hill, I built the very first private radio station called Roy Hill Radio for Gina.
Really?
Yeah. So she approved
So a diesel mechanic
and made
built the first private radio station.
Yeah.
How does that work?
I pretty much at the time. You could ask Barry, which was the CEO, any questions. You could go onto your login, your portal, and ask Barry Barry Fitzgerald.
It's like Ask Jeeves search engine, but
pretty
you got
much,
Ask Barry.
but you can ask the CEO any question you wanted. So people used to whinge and give out about stuff, but I said, "Can we be the first mine site to build a radio station?"
Wow.
Gave me $120,000 to build it.
Wow. How old were you?
That was probably 6 years ago.
Who'd you ask?
Fucking hell.
Barry Fitzgerald, and then he had to get approval.
Can you give me his contact details?
Yeah, well, it was Gina that paid up, so it was good, you know.
Yeah. Well, Gina's just given $100,000 bonuses to
raffle
anyone.
Yeah, so for 10 of the employees, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that because of the money she saved on the
netball?
Yeah, just like, well, might as well.
Yeah.
Well, even when I was working there, we got a $56,000 bonus in December, and that was because we were sharing the profits as profit share. It's the only mindset as profit share. Brazil had shut down because of COVID, so the iron ore price rocketed, and everyone got at least 50 grand or 40, 50 grand. It was hectic, you know.
Holy
shit!
Yeah.
So that's why.
I want to hear. There's always people that have got stories from Ireland, man. Like growing up, hectic. Like, were you part of the Protestant versus Catholic wars? Was that? Did you escape that?
Not really. In the south, which is obviously Galway, Cork, where I'm from, it really wasn't an issue at all. You would, even though the distance is probably from Perth to Collie or Perth to Bunbury, that kind of distance, you just never kind of. When I grew up, we never had any dramas with it, luckily. Funny enough, being in Australia, though, it's great that I've actually met people from the north. Actually, one of them sitting here today, Clark.
And I thought he was Lebanese when he walked in.
We wouldn't have been friends in Ireland, which is strange because we're that segregation, whatever.
Because he's an asshole.
Yeah. Well, besides that, so that's great that nothing doesn't matter over here. Everyone's the same, and you can just kind of go out and socialise and be
Unless
friends.
you're Freo West Coast.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's it.
And then people really fight to the death of blogs. There's no...
Really?
There's nothing, man. It's like Freo West Coast. It's like, you support Freo. Oh, okay, cool. Let's move on.
Yeah.
There's no like...
Yeah, because over there,
There's no stabbings, glassings.
Oh,
what's it called? Liverpool.
Well, no. Well, we seen Melbourne yesterday.
Oh, yeah, Melbourne victory, Melbourne United.
They
just
They stormed the field. And they started hitting the goalkeeper.
With a flare bucket.
Did you deserve it, or...?
I don't know. I don't really know what happened.
I don't know if he let a goal in, but it was because at the 20-minute mark, because of what they did, they sold all the grand finals to Sydney.
Yeah.
They were supposed to leave. So instead of leaving, they stormed the field.
Also, so
everyone in the A-League was
Yeah.
united. So the Glory, the Shed supporters, were going to walk out at the 20-minute mark. Everyone was going to walk out at 20 minutes. So you support your team, so they make the money on the door, and then leave as a protest because they sold the next 3 grand finals to Sydney. So instead of, if Glory made it, we wouldn't have a home game.
Yeah. Oh.
So all the fans were like, this is bullshit.
Yeah.
We're going to walk out at the 20-minute mark. But they walked in instead of out and just stormed the pitch.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Hectic.
Yeah.
That is hectic. I mean, I love the whole, we're going to support the team and give them their money for the entry, and then we're fucking off.
Yeah.
Surely you're just like, I'm not going.
Yeah, but you want to help the team, but you also want to show the A-League, fuck you.
For me, because it's the financial people who make the decisions who are the ones who you want to fuck over.
Yeah.
So you want to actually not go, because if you're going there and then leaving, it's not showing any support to the players.
No, if you're going, you're telling the players, I got your back.
Yeah.
But at the 20-minute mark, you're like, sorry, boys.
Yeah.
Fucking,
Yeah.
That is mad. That's bizarre.
Yeah, it's weird, but
In Ireland,
it's the first time it's ever happened.
have you seen Irish Gaelic football or hurling? Have you ever heard of it?
Shit, or AFL they call that.
They call it here Aussie rules.
AFL.
Is that when we come over?
Yeah.
Well, AFL was probably invented off that game, though. So
No. It was invented.
Yeah. When we landed on the beach, we just made up a game. How do we play? What happens if the ball goes out of play? We throw it behind our head. It has to be in the
It is
beach.
weird.
I read once how AFL was made.
Yeah, from kangaroo bladder and pig bladder being kicked around.
And that's how it just developed. It progressed,
It used
eh?
to be an Aboriginal game where they would kick a kangaroo bladder or a kangaroo leather thing.
Yep.
And take hangs.
Yeah.
And then it developed from that.
So it was literally just like an Aboriginal
It was like
game.
King of the Pack. Yeah.
Yeah, King of the Pack. Like
Mangrook.
Mangrook.
That's why the Mangrook footy show is called Mangrook.
Oh, fuck it.
We're learning so much today. I love this.
I've played that game for so long and I know nothing about its origins. That's incredible.
Yeah, so Mangrook was the original
why,
AFL game.
Oh, that makes
Aboriginal
so
game.
much
Yeah,
sense
and
why
then
they're
it
so
developed.
good at the hanging and doing those sorts of
Who's they?
like Indigenous people. The people who
Anyone
made
who
up
wants
the
to
game.
play. Anybody that wants to play.
The people who made up the game, basically. That's what they based it on. That's incredible. That makes sense now.
I had a wog lunch today. I was talking to my auntie.
Wog lunch.
Yeah. Nice.
Okay, if this broadcast, we'll broadcast in London. In
Wog
UK.
means Italian.
Wog means
Yeah.
Italian.
What does
in
wog mean
Australia.
to you?
Well, now it's
Irish.
Italian.
Yeah, but Irish wog's a black person, hey? Like a gollywog. Because in England, when I
Possibly.
told people I was a wog, they're like...
Probably a bit older, though, yeah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be used now, I don't think.
I had a wog lunch.
I
and
reckon, if you were 80, that you would have used it when you were 20.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that older, I reckon, yeah.
The
Yeah,
My-
because he got done on Facebook. He said
really?
wog.
Yeah.
He said wog on Facebook or
Yeah,
something, and
yeah.
they that's racism basically.
yeah,
Hate speech.
they took it down. Yeah.
Well, I was always when I came over first, and people used to call the English Poms.
Yeah.
And then the Poms were like, oh, it's a good thing. And I was like, is it prisoner
Prisoner of Her Majesty?
Yeah. And a lot of English people don't even realise that.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh.
They just claim it. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really realise why we call them that. I just call them a pom. Just because.
Whinging Pom.
Well, whinging pom. It's funny because I reckon there might be at points where things are like meant as a discriminatory thing, like prisoner of, and then now it's just become a normal thing.
Yeah,
I never
everyone
knew
used to
what
slur me, call me Big Dick Delby. I was like, bro, come on.
Can you stop? Can you stop?
Just stop. It's a disability. I can't help it. But I am an organ donor now, so someone, when I die...
Oh, yeah, good. I don't know if they... Okay, cool.
Is it the vas deferens?
Yeah.
Spot the vas deferens.
Spot the vast... Fuck, that's a callback to 2 seasons ago.
Yeah. Classic, hey?
Yeah.
But no, chin chin again.
You're going to chin it? Oh, fuck, I'm not going to...
Can't even drink a beer. Can you drink a beer while we're on pod? This is just
yeah,
sport.
I can.
Sorry, man, no pressure.
Yeah.
Actually,
it's
actually really
pretty
good.
good. Can you just drink it with a yeah?
Can you just drink the sponsors one day?
Just while the sponsors on.
It's the day after Rufus, and we were drinking from 8:30 till...
So he's struggling.
So Delby does not drink beer.
Nah.
Beer is.
So this is a big moment for us.
Big moment. Actually, have you tasted it yet?
It's actually pretty good.
I hope you actually think that.
I made him drink a beer earlier. Oh, no, yesterday. Oh, no, Thursday was it?
Yeah.
Here, you got to
He
drink
goes,
it.
it's all right. It's all right. I said it's actually pretty good. I actually said that.
You actually said that.
Yeah. That's why I was saying
it's actually pretty good.
On the back of our t-shirts, I reckon.
It's so funny that I said that because I didn't know that's what it was, and that's what I said when I had it at ECC the other night. I was like, I better have it. Oh, thank God, it's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
It's so funny that
It's like a relief, isn't it?
Now, did you actually make that like the slogan of it because people were saying
Yeah,
that?
he hasn't made... That's an unofficial
It's
slogan.
unofficial. We haven't put it on any socials yet, but I'm starting to hashtag it now and everything.
Yeah,
because
it's actually pretty good.
It's like Perth is okay.
Yeah.
Raunchy, it's actually pretty good. Yeah.
So yeah, no, definitely we're going to run with it now because
Is it always this face?
really surprised?
It's actually very good.
Hey, I can actually drink this, and I don't drink beer, man.
But it's funny that
Well, that's the second thing people say. I did that completely by accident.
Really?
Yeah, legit.
Was that
No, I legit. And then I remembered I said that as the second thing.
That's not really what the girls say.
So this episode is brought to you by Raunchy.
It's actually pretty good, and if you're not a beer drinker, it's drinkable.
Yeah.
Actually, my brother hasn't drank for 7 years. I won't make him drink again.
Yep.
Hasn't drank ever, like alcohol or beer.
Chris is our Jehmal at the moment.
Yeah, Chris, thank you.
That's true, eh?
Yeah, he's nodding.
6 years?
2017.
And we're nearly 2020.
So haven't drunk or at all.
Would you have
alcohol?
Would you have a sip?
That's incredible.
You wouldn't even have a sip?
No, that's incredible though, bro. I love that. Cool.
I think
Let's not ruin it today.
he's letting the family down, eh?
No, do you know what? This is what I'm going to say.
Positive vibes.
I can run 100 kilometers. I can put my mind to anything. I
Yeah.
cannot give
No,
up.
I
Pretty
think
much what I'm saying.
there's a clip for that. Are you half Irish?
I actually am.
Are you actually?
Mum's Irish.
Fuck yeah.
Irish, Kiwi, English.
All right, well, I want to ask as an Irish lad, what's your craziest story from back home? Or like an urban legend or a myth or like
And when are you releasing a stout? Because I'm a big fan of Guinness.
Stout is going to be released next St. Patrick's Day on the 17th of March.
What a great day.
We're launching that in
Terrible day to launch a stout.
terrible day. And it's a Friday this year, which works out very well for us.
Fucking
yeah.
We might get you guys to get involved if you're keen.
Yeah, cool.
We're going to do it in Conveniences in Northbridge, that
Nice.
hidden bar. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yep. Know that place.
Yeah, you know that place? Yeah, we're going to have 3 beers hopefully on tap by then.
Literally where I had my
we
first...
can
literally,
host it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
host it,
literally
yeah,
where
sure.
I had my first ever raunchy beer.
Yeah.
Was at Convenience.
All the hidden stuff.
It's all
Full circle.
It's
It's
all
like, why are you just doing a 30-minute ad for Raunchy?
Raunchy.com.au.
If you we can host it if you need.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Go and do it.
really
Yeah.
good.
So I'm down south March 18th for a wedding, but 17th free.
Yeah, that's the Friday night. Yeah, for sure. We'll have a couple of people coming in and just we're going to launch it with an automatic actual. Did I show you that the last day? The automatic one.
Yeah.
Frost stop.
But the licensing for that must be obviously hard.
It's going to be behind the bar, or the girls will
have to be there for witnessing it. Yeah, cool.
Yeah. That's the way it's going to run. And we're launching a Pale Ale Hazy as well in February. And it's going to be called the Raunchy Slick Chick. Slick Chick used to be the only restaurant in Perth that you could eat food off naked women.
Yeah. How crazy is that?
So good.
How crazy.
Which was also owned by the original owner of Raunchy.
What a surprise.
What a surprise. So we're following suit, I guess. And
I think it's cool, though, that you're trying to deviate. Like, the branding's great, but you're deviating away from not just promotions business.
Yeah. And the way things are these days, we're trying to have that the history of it, I guess, but we're trying to move away and be more acceptable, and people will always have a good story.
Almost like Playboy, where Playboy was
where the Playboy at WA. Thank you.
No, legit. Where it started and then started shifting towards.
How do I invest?
Well, that's what they said. Playboy's first year they made $1 billion revenue was when when they sold the licensing to shitty merch.
Yeah,
like
right.
Furry dices, seat covers.
Yeah.
That's actually when they made their most money
Yeah.
over all the years. And then the magazine's done now nearly. It's actually the merch that sells and makes all the money. So it's amazing how it changed from what it was to 50 years of Playboy. Yeah, so we're kind of doing something similar, I guess. We're using that 37 years worth of history into products now and trying to bring it back where you're getting involved with different things that's more acceptable and having fun.
I can't believe, right, so you told me the other day that, so you weren't here, I don't think. It was the owner of Raunchy had the restaurant where you could eat off a naked chick.
Yeah, I was here, yeah.
Oh, were you here?
Yeah.
And opposite was the parliamentarian.
Yeah, she was the one who dumped me in. Got rid of it.
Got rid of it. We don't want that anymore.
And my brother's a food blogger, Perth Hungry Couple on Instagram. If you want to check him out.
Haven't been doing it.
What would you do if you had to eat food off a naked chick? What would you score it? Score a 6.9 out of 10?
Depends.
Depends on the food.
Palate,
What kind of food would be on her?
Chris goes, if it's fish, it's 0. Food tang.
What about vegetarian? Yeah, of course.
I took him to 2 Fat Indians
Mate, Indian.
on Friday. It was fucking unbelievable.
Indian's the best cuisine going around. That's it. And I had the korma paneer, I think it was the other night, like goat. It's like goat's cheese.
Is that Indian for a little bitch?
Yeah.
Where it's
Indian
just
for a little
vegan?
bitch, yeah. Mate, it's so good.
Yeah.
That Moorish. You know, that Moorish taste? I need more. Even though you're
Like
filling
MDMA.
up. Yep.
Allegedly.
No,
Allegedly.
Not allegedly. Fucking it is.
But actually, that's more cocaine.
Cocaine.
Moorish.
Cocaine is Moorish.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Everything's allegedly.
Allegedly.
I want to
We
go
need
back
allegedly shirts, hey?
So we do.
We do need allegedly shirts.
We always do fake news. So anything that you've heard that was like not true or a rumor. So you're gonna go back to your Ireland days because like Irish people always have crazy Irish stories. It can be true or fake, but something where you tell someone and they wouldn't believe it. So our fake news was we used to go to high school with some boys, and in year 12 they banged our drama teacher allegedly.
Not allegedly.
Well, there was about 4 or 5 of them that all banged them, and I was like, I don't believe you. They told me, and the next day I got a message from the drama teacher going, "Hey Dan, I heard you spoke with blank.
Yep.
I've always thought you were a great shit blank, mate, blank." So then I fucked her, eh? No.
I was like, hey, where's the story going?
Well,
good.
Yeah. Do you know,
So that was like our fake news one.
do you know, and just be...
I don't think I've ever said that on the pod before. I didn't fuck her, but I would.
Are you there? Not getting away from your stuff, but I'd seen all those teachers.
Last night.
At Niche Bar the other night on their high school. They were out now for end of year. 2 things. Teachers are loose as fuck.
Of course, bro. Do you know what we have to deal with for 10 weeks?
I hosted a quiz night separate for Warwick High School on Thursday night, and fuck, man, like trying to keep them like in line and like let me finish this quiz. They were loose like little kids. I was like 3, 2, 1, eyes on me. Yeah, it was fucked. But yeah, so I went out that night and then just randomly bumped into the high school that we went to. That some of my teachers. And I mentioned one of the teachers was there, and I was like, "Oh, you were a big part." He's like, "Mate, I had to deal with the whole thing. She just fucked off and left."
Oh, did you mention that?
Yeah. Oh. And she just left.
And they had to deal with it. Who was it?
Oh, really? Yeah.
We don't want to name names.
No, but yeah, so...
well, he had to deal with it. Why? Because he moved up to...
I think he was the head, like...
Yeah.
So anyway, he was like, yeah, that was fucked.
Wow!
Yeah.
Wow!
we could.
I didn't realize you brought up with him last night.
Yeah, like so. They
Oh my god!
and one of the other teachers, like Dobbed, was the one who told him.
What?
So like
Who?
she
Hang
knew.
on. Who was it? What?
So
She
the-
knew?
Yeah, she knew.
What? Oh,
So she knew, and she took it to him, and he was like, "What the fuck?" And then he took it to the.
Oh, she's a snitch.
Yeah. So she snitched. She's like, "I can't deal with this," and then like, the week after, she was gone on a flight to England. She's no longer teaching.
Oh my god!
Okay, I can't match that guy.
Wow! Allegedly.
That's awesome. Not really, but yeah.
So you didn't know it
yeah.
was that look?
Nah.
Yeah.
So anything from back home that you heard, like, or a crazy story that we wouldn't believe. And if you don't, there's no pressure. It doesn't matter.
No, you got me on the spot now.
Or fake news or rumours that you heard, like just weird rumours, or even town urban legends. Like
Fake.
Mush told us about this urban legend in Scotland where there was like
Well, I suppose leprechauns are a legend, but they're actually true.
Oh!
Okay.
So leprechauns are actually from an old family in the West that were just particularly small.
Right.
And the reason leprechauns are never seen and heard from is because they were bullied.
For being tiny people. just
Literally,
like,
if you think about it,
you
though.
fucking little prick.
And every time I tell someone that story, they're like, "What?"
Bullshit!
No, shouldn't
They're just bullied fucking. They're
Because they were
bullied
small.
little people.
They picked on them, and that's why they would hide. So,
That's why we've never heard from them. Because they were bullied.
little people. That's so good.
Okay, what? So there's a family called the Leprechauns.
no, they probably weren't called the leprechauns, but
They were just lepers. And
they were just a small family, I guess. And
Yeah.
this is what
That's not
my
very
mother told me
Irish, a
this
small
story,
family.
so it's true. Okay.
yeah. So it's a small family.
Small family that used to hide behind walls and fences and never be seen and run away because they were bullied, as I was told.
Okay. Did they have a pot of gold? Or were they just bankers?
Allegedly, yes.
Well, that's the same as
allegedly.
like. That's the same in like. Is it Iceland? I think it is. That elves
Fairies.
are elves.
Yeah.
Elves. They're
Yeah.
real to them.
Yeah.
They set up roads and they clear roads and shit
Yeah,
for them
yeah.
and everything.
Have
Yeah.
you seen that movie?
Fucking
Is it Eurovision?
Eurovision.
The movie?
Yeah, with Will Ferrell.
Oh,
yeah,
Euro
yeah.
trip?
No, it's
No,
Eurovision.
Eurovision.
Eurovision? No, I haven't
Will
seen it.
Ferrell?
Yeah,
No.
Will Ferrell. She.
They win a song contest. Yeah, so good.
If you've
I
not
haven't
seen
seen
that,
it,
you
nah.
need to watch that.
Didn't even know it
Yeah,
existed.
yeah,
It's
it's
so
a couple
good.
of years old. It's not very old.
Have you seen it, Chris? Eurovision?
Eurovision? Will Ferrell?
It's so funny.
Yeah,
I
It's
go
good, man.
There's
it's
elves
good.
in that,
It's-
isn't there? Didn't
it's-
she praise the elves?
Yeah. Plays for the elves.
I
yeah.
go to Chris, can you switch for us? And I'm looking at him and he's just enjoying it and smiling.
Yeah,
like
he's
this whole
loving
time
it.
he's like, oh, I have to leave. I was like, just 20 minutes. And he's having are you having a good time?
It's all right. I'll get on and switch for a bit, and we'll
Yeah.
get on a couple more people in a sec. But
Sweet.
yeah, mate, that's so cool. I love the whole elves of leprechaun. We should do that on a conspiracy episode, like dive into the origins of like elves and
Well, it has
leprechauns.
to
It
start
would be
from
interesting to
somewhere,
actually
but-
research it a bit more, actually, because that's
Yeah.
like a story
Yeah,
my
well-
mother told me. Or
Yeah, we don't want to be
Irish, no.
we don't want to be conspiracy light, Delby.
Yeah. Yeah. We got accused of going too light into our conspiracies from another podcast.
Because we just
Yeah.
not in a bad
Well,
way.
it's probably true.
Yeah, it's true. We just brush over them. We don't go into deep details of like this is why it's right, this is why it's wrong. Which is
Yeah.
what I think we should do. Like once a month, a conspiracy special, go into it and go deep into it.
Yeah.
That would be so cool.
Yeah. I always go deep into it.
allegedly.
When I donate my
2023 is going to be
What are
so
you
good.
talking
There's
about?
so
Deep
much
into what?
excitement.
into the knowledge.
Oh yeah, okay.
To
So
that street knowledge.
So how do we work this, Delby? So I think we keep a bit of a rotating
Yeah.
guest panel. So I'll jump on the producer for a bit. Maybe I'll chuck Adam Gray on for a bit and Corey White or something
I'll
like
sit
that.
there.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah.
get the boys here.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
just
So people listening, this isn't going to be like a nice, clean, crisp post because there's going to be changeovers. We're all drinking, and video people on YouTube. This is going to be not clean and crisp. So thank you for your time, and thank you for your sponsorship.
Thanks, guys. Cheers.
Sick. I'll just sit here and just talk to myself for a while. Hi, my name's Cameron Branch from the Hard Yarns podcast. This week's episode is brought to you by Laura Raunchy. It's been a good episode so far. I'm having a bit of fun with that. Yeah, I'll come and produce in a moment. It's all good. Just leave it on me. Adam, we're just trying to do a bit of a switch over here, guys. Apologies. Yeah, Adam, you sit there, bro.
You want me to jump on that?
Yeah, you jump on there, buddy.
Absolutely.
And then I'll try and get Blumfield on as well. Maybe we can chuck. Oh, we got Corey on. How
What's
good.
up with your headphones?
I just turn it around.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
They flip around good.
Adam's had a few beers.
Yeah, fuck yeah, of course. You want to jump on, Delby?
Yeah, you jump.
Sorry, did I steal your spot, Del?
No, you're right. You got the nice one. You're going to look good. You're going to be high definition Jesus. Do you need a mic plug in for you? All right. I've never hosted solo before.
You've never done it by yourself?
No, I'm so nervous. Oh, even this mic is lower.
Even your solo
can we swap
pod.
seats?
Do you want to swap? Yeah, you do not like it?
Feels weird sitting in your seat. Yeah, it feels weird being in the beta male position, eh?
Is this just the
just trying to crack
camera?
Corey early?
This is just the shit camera.
Yeah. No.
Angle.
This is both the shit camera. He's got the good
Perfect.
one. Is that the shirt behind you? Can we start off with it?
Nah, I'll put it in the car.
She made that for you, man.
I know.
That's so good.
What is it?
So Christina, one of our patrons, did a custom-made T-shirt for Corey. What did it say?
It said, unvaxxed sperm is the next Bitcoin or something.
with a little Bitcoin symbol on it.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, no, I'm very flattered. Thanks very much, Christina.
Is that your first fan art?
No, I've had a bit.
Ooh!
Had a bit.
Had a Bitcoin?
Yeah, nah, but not moving into the NFT space just yet. Just trying to solidify with the use of currency.
Non-fucking token.
So this is a new variant of Sunday Singles for you, Delby. What do you reckon? Like,
it's good.
Raunchy beers
Yeah.
and
Raunchy
fucking
beers
pod on a Sunday.
Yeah.
It's just,
Well, Ian's a legend, man. Ian was like, he hit us up after Sunday Singles, and he goes, "I want to get involved with Sunday Singles." I was like, "Oh, it's not my show, but I've got this wicked podcast." And he's like, "Sick, like we'll get involved." And it works perfect. Even their colours are the same as the Hard Yarns colours.
You were saying before.
they're interesting colours, the black, the white, and the red. Where have you seen that before historically? They're very grabbing colours.
Oh, that's Nazis. Is that Nazis? It is, eh?
Well, like, all companies use that. I mean, you look at Woodside's marketing.
Yeah.
Rio Tinto's, it's all the same, right?
Coca-Cola.
Very powerful colours.
Black, white,
that
red.
catches the eye. That's
Yeah.
why, you know,
Hard
it's
Yarns.
a colour for propaganda.
It's
and
yellow,
marketing.
yellow and red are meant to be. Yellow's meant to be memorable. That's why Macca's chose yellow and red.
Yeah, they've got the
And Chicken Treat, yellow and red.
Red's one of those colours that just fucking grabs everybody.
yeah.
Like that's when they talk about it.
Balenciaga.
Yeah.
Are they red?
I see red. I
Yeah,
see
I see
red. I
red.
see red.
I follow Balenciaga more for what they're not doing with fashion. So
Remember the good old days when it was
I
just the
love that.
Teletubbies without bondage gear, you know? The Humphrey B. Bear. I didn't know the B in Hebrew B. Bear was Balenciaga, you know? Like, fuck. It was just such a simpler time when we were young,
Branch
you
just
know?
lost it on the producer thing. Oh, wow. Balenciaga. So do you know, surely you've gone deep into that, or have you just gone skin deep?
Nah, mate, I just like, you know what? The idea that there might be a satanic pedophile cult that runs the world
Oh, it already exists.
is more plausible to me than that your leaders are rational and have your best interests at heart.
Yeah.
That to me is more plausible now.
Yeah.
Not saying it's true, but I mean, who the fuck knows what's real?
Yeah. Fuck. Oh, he's,
Bruno.
Bruno Oliveira.
Again.
Hey, Bruno.
Of course, he's walked in with the vodka cruisers.
I heard you're 5 inches.
No, bigger.
So, boy,
I'm not even half
have
of
you,
that.
have you heard the Reapers when they prank called him?
Yeah.
They got him
Fucking
good.
Whitey's like, oh, maybe you could sleep with him. She reckons you're 12 inches. He goes, I'm not even half that.
Bless his
I was
honesty.
only talking about that the other day. I was like, fuck, they got him good.
Yeah.
Like, and I can just imagine Bruno on the other end of it as well. You can just picture him.
He was being so
Here.
diplomatic, but also so
He was
Bruno.
trying- yeah.
Like, hello. He goes, yeah, we've got Sharon Tone here, and she's offended. He goes, yep.
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 There you go, brother.
The anime king walks in with
The
a carton
anime
of
king.
fucking sugar-free vodka cruisers.
Hadouken!
Dragon Ball Zulkero.
Dragon Ball watching my way.
Anyway, what's been happening, lads? So we're not doing the typical Delby Branchy
Not the usual.
hosting. Last we heard from you on the potty was your nut was swollen.
My nut was swollen, yeah, no, so I'm fine now. I am all clear. I've not had any reoccurring incidences, so that's been good.
Yeah. Have you spoke with the person house that you woke up after that messy night?
No. I'll tell you what, I did actually see him at the pub the other week, and I don't go to that pub a lot now, but I did see him, and he just sort of gave me that, like,
now look.
I remember.
Yeah.
And
Have you heard this story, Corey?
No.
Well, let's rehash it because not every listener has heard the past one. So you got hammered?
I ended up getting hammered, usually currents, not like myself. But no, so I was drinking down at the pub, and I ended up meeting a lovely bloke who also is a fellow listener of the pod. And I decided I would go back to his place, have a few beers, whatnot, and I thought that I left his place of residence. I was committed that I had gone, and I woke up the next morning bollock naked, and this fucking
condom in his ass.
Condom in the ass, nah. But yeah, so sitting there bollock naked in this spare bedroom, and I just remember waking up and going, I don't have fucking wooden floorboards in my house, and I've went, where the fuck are my clothes? What the fuck am I doing? So I've ended up, I've got up out of bed, I've realised I'm not in my house, and I've walked out, and I was bollock naked, and the bloke was watching the cricket or fucking something, and he just looked at me dead in the eyes, like, what the fuck are you doing here? And I was like, I have no idea. I was like, where are my clothes, firstly, Turns out what had happened was I'd gotten absolutely fucking hammered. He had decided that after the night was done, sent me home in an Uber. He thought I was gone
like
in an
out
Uber.
Of his house?
Like,
in the Uber
he had walked me out of the house, out of the door. I've obviously decided in the cold and the rain that it was too long a fucking Uber wait, so I've decided I've just walked back into this fucking house. I've stripped off bollock fucking naked, and I've ended up fucking passing out in this stranger's fucking... The worst part was he fucking drove me home after. It was like it was like, how the lassies do the walk of shame?
It's the worst booty call ever.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, lassies will sit there at the bus stop and do the walk of shame with their fucking heels in hand. I'm sitting there with a fucking hoodie and whatnot, like in this fucking bloke's Prado, just fucking, yeah.
Thanks, man.
Rough night. Thanks.
He thinks he's kicked you out of his home and wakes up to a naked
Walks
Scotsman.
up to me, bollock fucking naked. He's trying to enjoy the fucking cricket, and I've just fucking completely ruined his Sunday morning.
Or made it better.
Either or. Yeah. You've got to look at it.
That was his story.
How did you break in? Where did you get? What was the point of entry?
The front door.
Anus.
I just fucking I just fucking walked straight back through the front fucking door after he went obviously to bed, and then I've just helped myself into his spare bedroom.
That's wild, man. To think I fucking saved you from the coppers that night for you to go in.
Hang on. Tell us that story. Allegedly.
So
Allegedly.
It was as the mandates had just kicked in during Fringe.
It was
and
bad.
You had to show the vaccine passport. And I was at a bar, I won't name, and I was pretty loaded.
Allegedly.
And I walked out and I see like 20 cops with this cunt like pressed up against the wall in Northbridge. And
I'm his lawyer.
I had that moment where I was like, I was fucked, and then the minute
you're praying to Jesus and he showed up.
Yeah. My face was pressed up against the fucking window, and I've seen him through the car, and I'm like, it's over for you now, fuckers. I've got you.
So what did you say?
I was just like, what are you blokes doing? Like, there's 20 of you, one of him. Like, there's no black fellas to pick on or something. Because the streets were empty, right?
No, just grey fellas.
Just grey. And I was just like, let him go. He's a mate of mine. And they're
like, all right, Street Jesus, we're going to listen to you.
No shit. They let him go, and then they all turned on me.
They turned to him, and I was sitting by that point. I'd turned, and I was behind him by that point. After I'd been fucking arms behind my back, after they'd let me go, I'm like, fuck yeah, listen to fucking Corey. And Corey's like, just fucking go. Like, I've got you out of this. Just fucking leave now.
Yeah,
like,
100%.
And then I said something to the couples, like, see how fucking hard that was?
Just get rid of the
What
drunk
were you doing for them to do that, though?
So what had happened was
Allegedly.
I'd walked into, well, I hadn't even walked into the bar, but you know how people just have that, like certain security have that bouncer mentality where you might have had a few beers. I've had a couple beers that night, you know. And I've walked up, and rather than just going, you've had a few beers, fucking, you're not coming in, it's just like a case of, you're not fucking coming in, mate, you're fucking pissed, whatnot. And I'm like, mate, I'm all good, like, accepted it. And then he started sitting there going, fuck, if you don't leave, I'll fucking call the police. And I'm like, yeah, no worries. I was like, I'm not doing anything wrong. I was like, call the police, yeah. So then the police ended up coming over, and it was just one of those situations where had you just asked me nicely to leave, I would have been fine.
That's what you're saying now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But so ended up the cops rocked up, and then the biggest catalyst that I noticed was I was sitting there, and before I knew it, the one cop that I was talking to turned into how many was behind me, and that's where I got on the defensive. Like, I'm not causing any issues right now.
The 99%, as they call them.
The 90.
They were just looking to pick on someone that night. They were just
wanted,
like, bored. They wanted someone to pick on.
Yeah.
And then
they got me. Yeah.
And then when I let you go, that girl, she started pushing me. She's like, "Where's your mask?"
Oh no! Inside or outside?
Outside. She's like, "Where's your mask?" She fully shoved me. I said, "I'll tell you where my mask is. It's between your fucking legs."
Oh,
and then it just turned into a pinball, and
it was
so
done by
funny.
that point. But yeah,
so I got a move on notice, and he got away scot-free.
I got away scot-free. I was happy.
And what happens? Move ons to nothing, eh? Do they go on your record?
Leave the area.
Just gotta leave.
Yeah.
It'd be good if you could get a move on for a social pest, just in general. Like, you know that drunk mate where it's like, fuck, just move on. Just move on.
Do you know what though? Like, we've been out with Wolfie. I think like Legacy and myself, we've been out with Wolfie where he's had move on notices and he's like, that won't fucking stop me. Like, that man is just
I've got no doubt. He's
the worst wingman. I've told him to his face. He's the worst wingman of all time. This is what he did for his move. Hey, he's single. He's single. You should meet. I'm like, Wolfie, bro.
That's not helping the situation.
Yeah, it doesn't
whatsoever.
work at all.
Yeah.
But
I've been with him at Billy Lee's where he's just like, there's been a
lobster. Did he go for the lobster?
No, and he's gone for the leftovers on the table next to him.
The food or the girls? Okay, yeah.
No, he can't.
You just censored yourself?
Yeah.
That's where your mask is, right there. What's been happening, Corey? Since you were on the pod only a couple of weeks ago, since the democracy. Since the midterms.
We got that wrong, didn't we? You know.
Well, did we?
Well,
or they?
Well,
they, them.
Very heated.
They, them. We were expecting a red wave and a bit of a bloodbath for the Dams. It didn't pan out that way. I mean, lots of people saying,
why do you think it was because of the abortion bill?
I think that's probably one of the main reasons.
Yep.
But, you know, both sides are alleging that, you know, different things, and who knows with that country, mate? It's a bin fire, we watch from afar, and we go, fuck. I hope it doesn't get that bad here, but it probably will.
It's nice just to watch from, like you say, a distance. You know, you can enjoy.
I like to watch.
Yeah.
From a distance.
I don't like to, you know, I wouldn't like to live there, but yeah, absolutely. Like fucking.
Nah, horrific place.
Would love to just pop over, see it, and then bugger off
it's
again.
Fucking gross, man. When I went to America, I was not impressed at all. I thought it was fucking
shit.
Dog shit, bro.
Shithole. What did you think of Edinburgh? What did you?
Amazing.
Did you like Edinburgh?
Yeah. The city itself is.
Did you go to Glasgow? Did you?
No, bro. I didn't want to get stabbed.
Yeah.
I wanted to come home alive. No, it was. I didn't have time.
Yeah.
But also, Edinburgh was like London if it was friendlier.
Yeah.
So it was like immaculate, like.
It's definitely done up. What
beautiful.
I noticed when I went back, it was heavily done towards the tourist. Like I found, like it's definitely that tourist spot of if you want to go to fucking go.
Yeah, it was beautiful. Oh, are you still going? Are you still moving to London?
Nah, mate.
No?
I was talking to a mate over there. I'm gonna go to Melbourne because I was in Melbourne.
Because your comedy is appreciated in Melbourne,
dude. Well, fucking 100% was. I was blown away. That's why I'm going. It's just like it's a market there that no one's got.
Change the game.
So that's why I'm going to Melbourne.
I'm talking to Kidgel, and he's like you said, he's like, if you find me edgy, you're fucked.
That was such a good episode.
In Melbourne. That was really interesting,
actually, yeah, when I watched that, I was like, fuck no, that's actually a bang in it. Like,
so you in Melbourne would be something outside of the norm, which is what you want. You need to do something different.
Everywhere I went, people said to me, you're so refreshing. Like, where have you been? Except for one night in Hawthorne. And it was just all these
I think that's Buddy Franklin's sex tape. One night in Hawthorne.
Oh, the boy from Wesley College. But no, it's like there was one place in Hawthorne. It was just full of pampered, pompous, privately educated twats.
Yeah.
Before I'd even walked on, you could just hear a girl in the front. It was like, oh,
Yeah.
oh. And yeah, it descended into me giving him a mouthful pretty quickly.
Yeah, right.
But that was the one I had the most fun at. Like, killed the other gigs, but the one where I,
not much fun.
bombed and got to give him a serve, that was where I felt most at home.
Just spewing hate at an audience that's
Well,
been...
it wasn't hate, it's just... It's funny when you do like jokes that kill and they're just met with a silence except for like two boyfriends,
That was my whole set in Edinburgh.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did you find it different?
Jokes that you think kill and no.
Did you realise where, like, because I know Luke was saying that Perth's very generous in terms of comedy.
Yeah.
Did you notice that when you went over to Edinburgh? Did you find out?
I was dog
that,
shit, man. I had to write shit that was specific to Edinburgh.
Yeah.
'Cause none of my relationship stuff worked. Like, the drinking stuff worked, relatable. Yeah. The drug stuff worked.
Yeah.
But anything relationship, their relationship system is so different there.
Different,
So I had to rewrite. But
what's different about their relationship system?
So like we're what's the word? We're very lucky here where if the girls want to go out with their girl mates, we can go to the Cot or go to a Sunday session or all these different places. Over there it's just the pub. And that's it, right? So like the whole thing where I was talking about I get put in boyfriend daycare, which I think was my best bit here. I'd open with it, get like applause breaks. Got nothing over there because they didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. Like I got a girlfriend, I had to meet her girlfriend's boyfriends and then get left with them off to play. Over there, they just go out together. They're already just in a pub together. Or the guys go out with the guys, girls go out with the girls. So what I was talking about had no relevance at all. So yeah, died a horrible death. It completely ruined all my confidence, and then all the rest of my bits, I felt like an open micer, man. I was fucked.
It's a good feeling, though, to be humbled like that sometimes.
To be humbled,
It was good, but it's left a massive crack.
So now you're like, I know where I need to work now, though.
Yeah, but like it fully destroyed my love for comedy, eh?
Oh, really?
Really?
Edinburgh
man.
did?
Like I used to be like impenetrable, bro. But after going there, I've got...
You realise you're not fucking...
I've got it was awesome to be humbled and be like, I need to work harder and make this better. Because for the last half of Edinburgh, I wrote new shit, specific, and crushed.
Yeah.
Like, got applause breaks and shit. But for that first part, going over thinking this is going to kill, and it didn't, it was really good for humbling. But since then, it's left a crack in my armour. But I think that is, like you say, it's probably best because now I won't go into any new environment thinking
you've got it.
Yeah. And when did you start comedy? Because I remember watching you as an open micer. You hosted the Gong Show at Elephant and Wheelbarrow.
Fuck, that's gone back a long time.
In a suit, I think.
Yeah, it's gone back a long time. I don't know.
When you had short hair?
Yeah, I was kind of half in it for a little while because, I mean, I think I started my first year of uni, but I was always conscious of, like, getting uni done. So, I was never fully in stand up, and I probably should have been, because I know you got guys like Tom Ballard, Ronnie Chang, they were going through law school.
Oh, you're just as diverse as them.
And they pulled it. Well, they didn't finish their law degrees, they jumped out of the uni to go into comedy full time, and I was just like...
It's so common, hey? People that study law that go to comedy.
Yeah, and I, went into practice after I finished uni, and I guess it was only after that I sort of, gone...
Because I remember you doing health political comedy, and the smart people were getting it and loving it, and everyone else was like...
It's been the story of my life, mate.
Yeah, your new shit the other week at Gong was fucking awesome, man.
Thanks, mate.
Chris Porterhouse,
Christian Porterhouse.
Steak. Got nothing, and I was like, I started clapping. I was like, yes!
It's funny.
You've got to commend it. I hate when somebody cracks a fucking ripper joke and nobody gets it. It is the worst. Like,
sucks.
But it's funny, Tuesday night, I feel like...
I laugh too loud sometimes. So.
No. It's like
sometimes I'm not allowed to
laugh as much. Because when you were hosting, you're like, Delbs, I could hear you laughing from your laugh. And when I'm on, I know when you're in the crowd because I can hear you laughing. I'm like, I didn't know Adam was here.
Well,
He's here going,
in that infamous Rechabite set I did, you can hear his laugh.
Really?
Just like in the front row.
They're talking about the whole fucking, like, the horrible monstrosity that was Corey White at the time, It was fucking... And you just hear fucking, throughout the whole Rechabite set, just my howling. I'm just like, if anything, that's a test to the fact that the jokes were funny, Like, they were brilliant. But no, that was...
let's wrap up with best thing that happened to you this year, so we'll go positive. Best thing that happened to you this year, and maybe mantra for next year. What do you hope to see or hope to achieve, or advice going into next year? So, Corey, because I know you're the most positive person out of all the comedy scene. Best thing for you this year, brother?
Best thing for me this year was going on SBS on International Women's Day, telling a rape joke that got censored before the election.
Even your positive is a little bit negative,
yeah. How am I going to wrap up with that now?
Do you want to refresh the listeners, because it's actually pretty funny?
Yeah, so I got in trouble for a joke during the Fringe Festival about rape, and the next day the Brittany Higgins scandal broke. And I said, if we can't tell rape jokes, how are we supposed to make fun of the Liberal Party? And I said that on national TV and on SBS, and they didn't put it to air because it was the week before the federal election, but they did put it in the print. So to be censored by the public broadcaster in the week up to election, I was pretty happy with that.
And Christian Porterhouse, Liberal?
Yes.
Higgins?
She was working for the Liberal Party, yes.
2 rape cases. And they censor it.
Boom. Nothing but net.
Yeah.
So, yeah, positive-wise, hoping things get better in 2023 for not just me, but for everyone.
Oh, that's brilliant.
But I don't think it's going to happen.
It's not, no.
What about you, Adam? Best thing this year?
I don't know, like, I've had lots of nice things, but I think probably, obviously, like you know, I do support work with special needs kids. It was actually probably nice seeing the kids graduate that I've worked with for fucking 3-4 years. Like, it was actually nice to sit there and go, fuck, it's nice to see where they've came and fucking all that.
A few Liberal members?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. They all go to Malibu, but so and
probably the people that approved that drag show for kids that Chris Primod posted. Did you see that?
Yeah, have you seen the one in Melbourne that got stormed, or surrounded by the activists or the people in Melbourne were calling neo-Nazis and stuff? And I don't think it's cool, intimidating people like that. But it's also like the progressives can't understand what the grievance is. It's like, reading books to kids in drag, let's not sexualise kids. That's not a radical conservative position to hold.
Yeah.
Most normal thinking people are going, you know what, let's save that for when kids are a bit older. When they've got the mechanics mentally
when
to
they
be
can deal with it.
So tips going forward?
Probably the comedy club I've started, obviously down in Mandurah. I've started that little club. I would like that to go somewhere, just because it's bringing comedy down, which I feel like Rockingham, Mandurah, that sort of area, it doesn't have a lot of fucking comedy.
Well, Mandurah and Rockingham are synonymous with clubs.
Absolutely.
Just not comedy.
Just not, But
you say that as we're sponsored by Raunchy.
But I would like...
And we got the Raunchy girls doing our producing for us at the moment. So,
sorry, no money laundering jokes? Okay.
Cut that out. Edit that out. But so just seeing that take off, it's just nice actually. Hopefully seeing that go somewhere.
Yeah.
Nice
little guerrilla ad there for what's the name of the manager? What's it called? Adam Gray Comedy?
Yeah, Adam Gray Comedy. No, fucking
50 Shades of Grey.
Monkey Business Comedy down at the Monkey Bar and Mandurah.
That's a perfect name.
And it's just nice fucking actually bringing comedy down. The amount of people that enjoy comedy down that way that are always saying to me, I can't fucking get up there on a Monday night. I can't go to Fremantle. I can't go to Perth. So I was just bringing that.
Because they don't have their licence.
They don't have, exactly. They've lost it. They're all riding fucking e-scooters around there, man.
No, they're on scooters.
But
no, that's awesome, man. Do good things, and then that's more gigs for you as well to get
absolutely,
better.
Absolutely. Like I said, I've just started comedy and whatnot, so it's nice to have a regular space where I can fucking do the spots and whatnot.
And I just want to plug my Fringe show.
Yeah, go for it.
Herd Morality. It's at the Windmill.
Spelt like Amber Heard or actual Heard?
Like Amber Heard. Yeah.
Is it actually?
So.
Yes.
Good story.
That'll be good.
All right, Herd Morality. And you doing Fringe?
No, I'm not doing Fringe. Are you doing Fringe? Yeah. I'm just doing a bit of fucking...
Just do spots.
Spots, yeah.
Get as many as you can.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. That's it.
All right. We'll switch you boys out.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Bloodfield on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Merry Christmas, boys.
Perfect.
Branchy, do you want to jump on with Bluntfield? Jump on. All right, so we're just getting Branchy and Bluntfield on. I'm going to take a piss when they get here. and then we'll rotate through. I'll say my hellos and I say I'm going to piss because I remember, if anything, from my first pod, how important it is to piss.
Yeah, just go
and I haven't seen Blunt for like a year, maybe.
Come jump back on and say, yeah. Fuck yeah, Bluntfield.
What's up, man?
Mate, one of your clips the other day came back on. Move over. You might have to move just a bit more that way. Cool, perfect. And keep it as close as possible because we turned it down. And but mate, fuck. So your clip about me and you and Delby talking about privatised prisons went back in the fucking zeitgeist. A few people got on board, and like it's kind of cool to see people just fucking jumping on board and starting to realise how much the money plays a factor.
It's insane. It's a simple concept of people in high places doing immoral things for profit, putting personal health over like people's health, putting profits over that.
Yeah.
And it's like that has happened in so many different industries. It shouldn't be a shock that it's like at this stage, like early 1900s, it seems, with the Rockefellers and all that, like they were doing so much shady stuff, the creation of the Federal Reserve Bank, all that stuff, like 1903 to 1913, much dodgy stuff. Then World War I happened, and it's like, it's just happening generationally.
Already, anyone who hasn't heard the episode with you will either now go back and listen to that episode or is going, fuck, get Blumfield back on. Get him back on. And we go,
back, guys. It was over east. I'm over here for a little holiday.
How was that, bro? Because you went over there. Like, are you back for good, or what's the go?
Well, I mean, I love Perth. Perth's my home base, but there's so much more opportunities and stuff on the East Coast. So I'm here for family for Christmas. I'll be here for Fringe, doing a few shows, and then I'm going back over Brizzy, start of February. And I think my game plan is I'll be traveling around like Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne, doing the stuff. Always come back to Perth for a couple shows. Come back for Christmas to see family, but especially after the pandemic. And good to see you, bro. It's just traveling like East Coast, and I can't recommend it to everyone in terms of like rappers here, comedians. Go over to the East Coast for a bit, and you just see how much more stuff is around.
Yeah, because Rory Lowe's done that. He's gone over to Sydney.
But you're more Queensland, eh?
Yeah.
But obviously, poor bloke got fucking stuck in a lockdown, fucking pretty badly. But
brutal. Thanks, McGowan.
But yeah.
Like 2 days before I was going to fly out, we had the one active case in WA, and then couldn't do my flights, couldn't get over, had to cancel about 13 shows, couldn't go on tour as well because it was just so much stuff went wrong, and it was like, for what?
I'd like to hear your opinion on what Mark McGowan has done for WA.
Well, it's good hearing people on the East opinion of Mark McGowan. He's a bit of a ruthless dickhead. It's like, yep, but here he is kind of like idolized. Like the state daddy thing is like a legit fetish.
It's
like,
still, but
it's a fetish.
But it's the balance is swinging with fucking him.
Yeah.
As in, like, how many people are.
Well, it's like any leader.
Well, Dan Andrews got re-elected.
Yeah.
I mean, Melbourne's a left-leaning place, and it always will be. Yeah. And it's like, but again, like Melbourne shouldn't have had the longest lockdowns in the world. Like that doesn't make any sense.
Nah.
I don't think any of it makes sense.
How
good's Cam McLaren looking, by the way?
Dude, man. For years, you can go through our DMs where I'm like, hey man, you want to do some boxing? Let me know. And then I've seen him like, fuck yeah, dude, 20 kilos, that's the shit. Like that's.
I think he's down to 40, bro. Down 40.
Yeah. Oh no shit.
Yeah.
Awesome.
No, he's fucking absolutely killing it. It's so it makes me feel so good seeing him as well. Just like so happy.
Look how skinny he is, man. It's fucking insane.
Mate, he's so.
Thank you.
It's so important, especially a lot of artists don't acknowledge like the physical health being so important for mental health. Like it's like, oh no, I'm an artist, I'm not a meathead, but it's like there's a bridge between taking care of yourself and creating, and then you can party and get fucked up.
Yeah, you can't have benders without being fit.
No, it's 80-20. 80% health, 20% hedonism. That's the kind of
I love a bit of hedonism, mate.
Hedonism, yeah.
Buddha! One of the Grim Reapers is gay crack. Churgy.
Mate, that's definitely cool to hear. But
so you making money over there, or same, or?
Well, I mean, no rappers really making bank unless you're Kid Laroi or 1-4. Like, yeah. But it's good, man. Like, you can do more shows, you can do feasible tours. Like, you can go to a place for a weekend, smash a couple shows, be back to work at your day job, whatever, on the Monday. Whereas here, it's like Perth, flying anywhere plus accommodation. That's probably a minimum $1,000 off the bat, plus food, plus travel. Yeah. So it's just weird. Like I love Perth, but it's so isolated. Like we're a big country town with a capital city moniker, you know?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
What's up, dude?
Out of interest, have you been to all of our parties? Is it our Christmas special, the first one, at the Comedy Lounge?
Yeah. Last year? You were here last year? Nah.
Well,
you're gone.
I think you'd left.
I think there was
I was
on an exodus
straight away.
Mal Gowan, but
straight away, Delby. Before you just came back on, I just got this thing of anyone who's just come on in the last year or so and hasn't heard the Bluntfield episode.
Oh, yeah.
His opening minute has now established him as, like, we need to get him back on as a guest.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. We're talking about Rockefeller straight away.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's crazy. Again, like 100 years ago, where are you going to find that information? It's not going to be at a library, but now we kind of have access to that.
Have it, yeah.
But in the sea of misinformation, so there's that, and then there's 94% of just absolute bullshit.
Yeah. And now we're starting to see, it's kind of cool that Elon has, like, just unmasked everything now. Like,
yeah.
Did you just see it? We all knew it. We all knew this was all happening, all the fucking shit in the background. I love that it's now just like, see, cunt? We get it.
Yeah,
So good.
Fucking, how have you guys been? Like,
busy as fuck.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah. That's been seeing and watching.
I reckon 2023 is going to be huge for Hard Yarn, so watermark this.
We're fucking excited because there's things happening, and the potential of downstairs very much excites me. If we can get on that.
He's talking about downstairs studio.
Okay, not tight tenderloins.
Just a bigger,
it's a big warehouse, and raunchy Ian. Damn. He's a mechanic, so he's like, I need to store my cars somewhere.
Yep.
Turn it into a live show.
50-50, call it called like the junk yarns instead of the junkyard.
Just the junkyard.
The junk yarns studio.
Junk yarns.
That'd be pretty cool, man. But we could do shows. We're doing Up and Joke unofficially on April 29th. We can release that.
Can we say that yet? Oh, we'll ask Buddha when he's on.
When he's on,
we'll ask him about it. But yeah, Up and Joke 2.
Cool. How long are you here for? So I'm here for 6 weeks, but I'll be traveling around. Like I've been going around Australia the last year, just doing like Adelaide 3 times, Sydney twice, Melbourne twice, just traveling again, man, and it's awesome. We got a few things lined up, New Zealand in March and America in August.
Is Adelaide good for hip hop?
It is, but I mean,
where's been the best?
Melbourne is always a good spot.
Yeah.
And even Tassie. Tassie is like,
really?
Yeah. And like, as soon as I got there, this old guy's like, put out your hand. It's like, all right. Like during the tour, every time, put out your hand.
Your dick out.
Not a dick, thankfully no penis, but it's always been some kind of substance, and usually it's been weed. And I'm like, man, if I could tell...
That's your dream.
Yeah, 17-year-old me like, hey, dude, people are just going to hand you buds? Like, what, just for rapping? Like, that's fucking crazy.
Did you do the festival in, is it Bindoon, or no, what's that?
I did Caloundra, which is Sunshine Coast.
Nimbin?
Oh, yeah, Bindoon, so yeah, Mardi Gras, which was cool, but I was like, way too high, but it's fine. Like, it was like edibles. Like,
so expired.
Again, same thing where it's like, put out your hand. Like, anytime I'm that, I'm like, okay. And it's like, fucking cookies.
You need to do a song called Put Out Your Hand.
Yeah, legit. Because it's like, and then that will actually facilitate that more. It's like, hey, bro,
put out your hand.
Is it everyone's just spreading the love? Like, here, have this, try that. Like, what's it like going to a festival like that? Because is it legal? Is it just like the cops are just...
Cops are there, but they're just more to see if anyone's drunk, really. Like, the only incidents I've heard at Mardi Gras have been alcohol. And in 2020, apparently, it was bad where they were just busting everyone for weed. And that was... I don't know, it was weird. It was during the George Floyd era.
Like, fucking dumb.
Yeah, it was like, well, okay, you're going to catch people smoking, but that's all they were. But it was a really good vibe. Like, the hemp expos have been going on in Australia. So Sydney, Canberra, Adelaide, which we played at. And that was like, just seeing it come as a legal industry. So I've got my medical now. Highly recommend it. Even CBD oil if you don't want to get high.
I just got some... Yeah, I got some CBD oil last week. And I don't even know if I have to say allegedly. I don't care. I got CBD oil.
It's legal now. It's literally legal.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. So no THC or low THC, just for the sleeping and for the inflammation.
For everything. For training. You're doing any exercise, CBD benefits. Any training.
Definitely going to help with the joints and the ankles and stuff 100%. Like that.
It will help with the joints.
Hey-o.
But yeah, so do you see it getting legal? So we know it's legal in Canada.
It's so funny. Bluntfield's on, we're talking about weed.
Yeah.
Who would have thought, eh?
Yeah.
And I'm down to fly that flag. I've been flying the flag since it was like, ew, you doing that?
Flying the flag or flying the flag?
Fucking burning the flag.
So it's close, hey. It's close to fully legal.
Like so legit. Every state now you can get medicinal. In the ACT you can legally grow plants.
Yep.
It was the same here till Colin Barnett got in power, and then Mark McGowan in May had a big front page ad saying he will never legalize cannabis, which is just fucking dumb. He's either ignorant or corrupt. It's one of the two.
He is a retarded.
Where it's like, especially as an army dude or a Navy man, it's like PTSD with veterans. Cannabis is the best treatment, not fucking drinking or whatever it may be. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
So
it does my head in, but
it's happening, and it's going to be $1 billion industry here. So Australia and New Zealand have the highest per capita uses of cannabis in the world.
And cocaine, and meth.
Because I get the
oh shit,
I get the idea.
Florida, fucking Wisconsin, but
I get the idea of like you can abuse it. but you can abuse anything. You can abuse and we've said this before. You can
Ask
drink
Balenciaga about it.
Oh, mate, well, it's not
that whole. I mean, that's and that's crazy.
Story before.
Yeah.
Well, again, it's just that's rough. Like, how can you defend that? And all the stuff. Have you guys seen the stuff with like the child-sized dolls with the faces replaced?
Okay, let's talk about that.
Wait, let's talk about that because fucking Kim. Kim.
Let's talk about that though,
Kim
because
Kardashian, what the fuck is she doing?
What's she done?
So she big on Balenciaga, or I think
she was sponsored by
them. Yeah. And then she's like, apologies for taking a week. I needed time to process how I was going to establish it.
I actually respect that.
No, fuck that.
No.
You got to fucking.
You can't immediately react and listen to what other people say, because if it's fake news and you respond immediately to fake news, take your time, assess the issue.
A week?
A week's fine.
If it takes you more than 24 hours to find out if the fucking company that you are...
Dude, do you think you can do an in-depth research amount in 24 hours of anything?
I would just say, is this shit real?
You're a Karen then.
No, I'd say to my fucking Balenciaga, I'd message him, go, motherfuckers, is this real?
And if it was real, they're going to deny it.
But what do you mean deny it? It's a picture.
Yeah, but they'll deny it. They'll be like, we don't know anything about it. This is the person that ran the ads.
Snuck it in.
So you do your research.
Fuck your
Kim
research.
Kardashian is, as much shit as we give her, she's fucking smart, man.
Yeah.
Okay,
she's not dumb.
She's a savvy businesswoman, but I feel she knows that that's a shady-ass company, but she's the main sponsor. Her thing of, I need to reassess is let's blow it over. And all the comments are like, no. This wasn't like a rogue bondage toy. It's like they have like
I'll stick my neck out, though. I'll stick my neck out. Because who knows? It could have been a rogue media dude filming something for Balenciaga that wanted to put it in. Like, imagine if somebody's doing something on Hard Yarns for us, and we don't know what they're doing.
What the fuck are you doing, Raunchy?
Yeah. We don't know, right?
Yeah. That's a good point.
And you can't do an in-depth research in 24 hours.
But
if anything that we've learned, Branchy...
7 days?
If anything we've learned, you can't respond immediately. You need to take in the facts, assess what's happening. Yeah. 7 days I think, is fucking completely reasonable.
And then, so what she did she call her out and say
no? That's the thing. She's kind of let it just kind of... That's why it's like people like, dude, you're posting these other pictures. You haven't acknowledged that this is fucked up. If you can't even acknowledge that there is some shady hypersexualization of children, that kind of shit, and you can't admit that, then I feel like that's some
I think you could watch it and be like, look, I feel like this is what it is.
Yeah.
Look into it deeper. If it is Balenciaga that's pushing it, then fucking
Did you see the...
if it's a random rogue, director that's like, this will be fucking... We'll get people talking by doing this.
Did you see the Project Veritas stuff about the butt plug? The guy showing kids in his school butt plugs and all that?
No, but again, it's like
was me.
It's going
That's why I don't teach
foot
anymore.
by foot. It's slinking it in, and then there's pullback, and then there's slinking it in. And I've seen it kind of happen over years. And I was dismissive, and now it's like, as it happens more and more, I'm like, okay, they legit are seeing what the fuck they like. We need to be outraged. Like, this is time where stirring up with emotion. We need to, be like, that is fucked up. Like there's no justification.
The normalization of sexualization of kids is becoming it's fucked.
It's a fucked up topic to even think about, to even process. It's not
and
even,
me, I've got a daughter. I have to figure that shit later on. Like, what the?
Do I have a daughter?
It's fucked. But that aside, let's get off that because we're here for a good time.
Yeah.
Well, again, there's so many heinous, evil undercurrent.
That's why I want to get you on, and we can go deep dive into that. Yeah.
So what I'm doing, I reckon we'll get Buddha on after Blunt.
Yeah, cool.
What I've been doing with each guest. Actually, I'm going to throw in a new thing. Your raunchiest story.
Raunchy.
And we're going to start a competition each week for listeners. Send us your raunchiest story and you win a block of raunchy.
Okay.
Your raunchiest story, you don't have to use names. All right. If my mum was involved, just say anonymous. Okay. And then your best thing that happened this year. And
so
then,
when he says anonymous, he's talking about his mum.
And then best thing that happened to you this year, and then moving forward next year, either your best piece of advice or what you're looking forward to.
Shit.
All right, raunchy story.
Okay, I've got like a fucking a slideshow, a montage of raunchy shit, but I don't feel
look at me.
Yeah, no, but it's like, do I want to say this in a public forum? It's like those are nice memories.
Pick your safest raunchy story that you're prepared to share.
Shit.
Something maybe from a show.
Can you guys drop what you guys was?
Okay, what's mine?
I got gobbies off 2 sisters at the same time.
Jesus.
Nice.
If you want to hear that, it's on the Patreon on Sex Chats.
You did not.
Yeah. If you had to listen to your co-host Patreon episode only, you would hear all about it.
I don't listen to any podcast. I don't even listen to our own podcast.
And last night I got gobbies watching Rufus on the side fence.
Did you?
Allegedly.
Bro, this is not a Patreon episode. This is going out. Well, I'm assuming that person's fine with that. Yeah, my raunchiest. Nah.
Boring.
Oh, Bangkok roulette.
Tell us about it. Okay, I told Branchy to save this for me because he goes, when we were in Bangkok, we played Bangkok roulette. So I was like, is that just you hoping it's a girl?
So
worst gender reveal ever.
Anyone who's watched,
it's a blue flag.
Anyone who's watched Dirty Sanchez before, you've seen the Dirty Sanchez movie?
Yeah, yep.
And so I was telling Delby how we're talking about crab racing, and I was like, yeah, that's what we used to do in Thailand on footy trip. We'd go there, pick as many crabs out of the sand as you possibly can. Everyone's got to come back with their crab, drop it in the middle, first one out, it's crab racing. Everyone else loses. Or we chuck in 10,000 baht, and winner gets it all.
Was that from you?
Straight out of the water to the beach. It's so easy to find the crabs. Anyway,
straight from the ladyboy.
And then I was like, yeah, we used to do this other game called Bangkok Roulette. It was pretty fucked up. So anyone who has watched Dirty Sanchez would know. Bangkok Roulette is where the three lads will stand at a table. There'll be a tablecloth over the table, and underneath will be a Thai hooker wanking off one of the guys.
Oh, man.
And you have to guess who's getting wanked off. So everyone's just going, ooh, ooh.
And you played that, allegedly?
Allegedly played it, and I was
That's
allegedly
so
the only
good.
one to bar up.
Isn't that the currency as well?
Baht.
Baht.
Yeah, I bart up. Yeah, and I was like, yeah, it was me, and I've got a raging boner.
All right, well, best thing to happen to you this year. Oh, hang on, brought you a story from you.
All right. Okay, after a show, there was two ladies who were fans of the music, and they were feeling it, and they're like, "Hey, look, the place we got to stay is pretty far. Do you mind if we come back to yours? But we're not having sex, though. We're not having sex."
Classic.
It's like, that's cool.
When they say that, surely that means they're having.
Well, I was like, yeah, that's cool, and then they kept bringing it up, so you're coming back, but we're not fucking right. I was like, yeah, literally, let's just fucking rip some bongs and go back.
That sounds ideal.
Yeah, it's like for me, there's no stress. It's just like whatever.
I like that. I love that.
The two spooning thing there, that's good enough, you know. But then I'm lying there, and then one's kind of tweaking my nipple, and the other's in my ear, and I'm like, holy shit, they crafted this. This is
this is Bangkok Roulette 2.0.
This is narrative shit.
This is crafting, yeah.
And then did the deed, and 15-year-old me was
what's the deed?
I believe it's 3
But I guess that would be the raunchiest. So that's why if I could go back to year 10 me listening to fucking Eminem and stuff hey man, you're gonna be a rapper.
We don't want any Balenciaga stories. Tell us an of-age story.
There was no sex at 15, so yeah, you could rest easy on that.
That's kind of cool.
What are you looking forward to most this year?
So 2023?
Yeah.
Definitely internationally going places where I end up genuinely
Amsterdam.
going to America. I already been to Amsterdam, which was the shit.
Yeah.
That was fucking awesome. Got some Mad Fab stickers there. But America with the crew, we're going over in summer, American summer, because fuck Aussie winter. There's nothing going on.
Yeah.
And then we go there, and by the time we come back, it's back to spring.
Yeah.
And then fucking smash spring, and then we got fucking Perth summer again. Cycle repeat. Beautiful. So it's getting into the routine of traveling now that it is no mandates, there's no bullshit.
Yeah.
We're coming out of that. There definitely feels like for anyone who's got their shit together, artistic wise in whatever genre, if you have your shit together and you got a plan, you can actually tick off a lot of shit. As you guys are doing right now with Hard Yarns, you know?
Yeah. Did you vax up? Is that something we want to talk about right now?
We can.
I openly say I didn't. That's the first time I've openly said it on the pod. Oh, tell me, get me, censor me. No, I didn't do it, and I held strong. It caused a lot of fucking issues.
Yeah. Well, man, my hesitation to that was the ones who are in our age demographic getting myocarditis, pericarditis. Is if I get that, I can't rap on stage. I can't do boxing. Essentially, the shit that actually motivates me, I can't do anymore. So I'd be I'd rather wait this out and just be poor and decline opportunities.
Yeah.
And now that we're coming out of that, I'm thank fuck. You know, if some people are going to be infertile, you see the people collapsing on the pitch, the athletes 57 or something in the last 10 months.
That's where you can buy Corey shirts. Unvaxxed sperm is a new Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Christina behind you, she's one of our patrons. She made Corey a shirt.
Yeah.
It says unvaxxed sperm.
I've seen that, and I was it could be. So I've heard some things. Some other one who was unvaxxed to me, she's like, have you fucked anyone who's vaccinated? I was like, well, yeah. She's like, oh, is that? Well, it's man, I'm not trying to make a kid. Yeah. There's a difference, but I mean, again, we're gonna see. It's not just now. It's what
back in the 80s. Have you fucked anyone that's unwaxed?
Yeah. It's crazy, man. mean, shit. That whole era was fucked, man. Like, there was like a total year of like pure ostracization. You're fucking batshit crazy. And now it's like, oh, I've had COVID 2-3 times. I don't know about you guys. I haven't had COVID yet.
Twice for me.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. Well, if I've had it, I never test.
I've tested.
He went 100 Ks with it.
I definitely had it for the 100-kilometer marathon. So I
well,
ran
that's
100
like
kilometers
that is so much like fucking pain on your body. That is like torture.
That's just like what's one extra thing. But I never really test. But if I have had it, fuck all.
Yeah.
For what I've
had.
Fuck all. It's fuck all.
Crazy.
I don't know. It's just one of those things, I guess. Like. Yeah,
but how good's a raunchy team? They've been producing for us, man.
Yeah, but
literally,
he loved it. It's so
like,
good.
We'll know better. Like literally, 2025, 2028, 2030, the full extent of this.
2030.
I've had a few drinks since about 2-3 o'clock.
I guess the thing is that I'm so happy about now is because of all that. Like I was so worried I wasn't going to be able to travel, and that was the one thing.
Huge.
That was the only thing that was really going right. Maybe you have to get a fucking.
Likewise.
Yeah, and. I went to Thailand recently, no issues, no mask, no nothing. I was like, this is amazing that I don't have to do this anymore.
Yeah.
And I know there's 3 or 4 countries around the world that still do that
America
shit.
and Canada, unfortunately, so I'm really hoping, but I'm going to apply for an exemption.
And Bali.
Oh, really? Really?
Yeah, like the easy, cheap little holiday for a weekend for us.
They need their economy pumped. I saw, no raw dogging pre-marriage.
Yeah,
but for tourists, they're like, nah, you guys can.
But that's not for 3 years anyway as well, hey?
Oh, really? So 3 years of them just pumping it.
And it has to be, they have to dob on you if they're like a spouse or a family member.
So snitch being like you.
So it's impossible to get.
Yeah, snitches get jumped. That's what it is.
Shit.
Snitches get chlamydia.
All right,
yeah.
We'll switch you out with Buddha so we can announce.
Peace out, guys. Happy New Year. Good to see you, boys. And
you've got a show on tonight.
Do you want to check out any stuff? Yeah, so I'm at the Indie Bar tonight, but that's it with Ben Catley. Then Mad Fapomania, Saturday, February 4th. We got Comedians versus Rappers. We got Mad Fap down south in Margaret River and a whole bunch of stuff. As they say over east.
Fuck, I love that.
Say over east.
That's good, bro. Ask Buddha to come on.
Buddha. Do you think we get the 4th mic and we get the raunchy girls?
Nah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, thanks for switching.
Thank you so much. Cheers, legends. Thanks. Yo!
Buddha.
Oh. The real boss. The actual King Dick.
All right.
What's happening, boys?
A little bit of Conor McGregor on your wrist.
You've made it, eh?
Made it, mate. It's so good. Thanks for coming on. Appreciate it. Thanks for coming.
It's all right. All good. Thought I'd come in and just check out the... Well, last time it
was my birthday last time.
Your birthday when you were wasted and you did try to do a set. All those bullet babies. Then we went down to Scarborough, and then I ended up being so wasted and I threw up.
Oh, I didn't. I walked home. You guys went.
Yeah, I got an electric scooter.
Yeah,
one of those
scooter,
scooters.
and it was dangerous.
It was fast, man. I was going 3 kilometres an hour. It took me about an hour to get home
Mate,
from Scarborough to North Beach somehow. People were walking past me and beat me. You know, I had the speed wobble still. Somehow.
Dude, I've got one of those scooters, and fuck, bro, the little speed humps on the coast. They literally nearly broke my wrist, bro.
Crazy.
Like, I'm flying, and it's like, there's no suspension in them. I've like nearly, that day that I went to your house when we were running.
Yeah.
Coming back, man, fucking fully buckled my wrist, eh?
Fuck.
It's so bad. So if you're on an e-scooter on West Coast Highway, watch out for the speed. Whatever the thing is where you go through, like, pedestrians and the poles.
Oh, yeah, man.
Dude.
They're like...
They're dangerous.
They don't take out scooters. They don't discriminate. They're taking out rollerbladers, runners.
You would know being a rollerblader.
Why do you actually saw a guy get cleaned up? I think he might have been on a skateboard. The ambulance came. He got, like, proper, like, decapitated on us.
Decapitated?
God. Some say, yeah. Some say he's got no kneecap.
All right. Well, we've done unofficial announcements. Let's do an official announcement. Are we locked in?
Yeah, I was just at Gage Roads then.
Are we locking it in?
We're locking it in, yeah.
April 29?
You want to lock it in, Eddie?
Done.
Lock it in. April 29th, Up and Joke 2 Up and Joke Tour.
Yep.
Number 2.
Gage Roads.
But we're going to be like warehouse party. Different vibe.
So we're definitely not going to run out of alcohol.
we're at the brewery.
Like what happened last time. That was the only blemish on the first show.
Yeah.
Gage Roads are really keen.
Yeah.
We're just finalising.
So today, do you know what I'm talking about? That right-hand side with the fucking A-frame?
We're down there, yeah. Husey, me and Whitey were down there.
Do you think left is better?
Left was sick. We were at left near Maritime Museum.
Yeah.
We're the closest corner
Yes.
to Rottnest.
Yeah.
And that's the spot.
Yeah. Do it there.
Yeah. I reckon
Have that bar open or shut, and then the bar behind it open.
Yeah.
So close the bar that's closest to the left. Open the one at the back, and then like flip it if there's going to be live music or anything. Flip it to the other side.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, what we're going to do, in my head, was thinking early discussions. We do 500 tickets, limited. So the theatre show we sold 1,072 tickets, and then we had heaps of comps. So that was probably 1,200.
Yeah, 1,200, just under.
Just under 1,200. This one, I reckon we just go 500.
Yeah.
But the best thing is, we actually can have a different vibe to it, similar vibe, but it's going to be more of a bar vibe, fun, interactive atmosphere, and we get to have an after party in the venue that we're at, and actually get to catch up with all the people that come. Whereas last time we all agree, we got split. We got stuck in the green room. People were at Subi Hotel. People were here, there, and everywhere.
People were in boots.
We didn't get to catch up.
People were in boots of cars. Didn't you get in the boot of a car or Wolfie or someone when Adam Gray had to stop a fight?
I don't remember.
You don't know? Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
But I did,
we
apparently.
We get to catch up with like listeners and patrons.
Yeah, 100%.
Which at Gage Roads we can turn into a party, and the good thing is, like you mentioned, we'll get bands and musicians that we're friends with to perform afterwards. So we've got like a one-stop shop.
Yeah, I reckon it'll be sick.
Mate, it's such a it's so exciting because the whole I'm excited for it, but I remember how hard it was to organise and all the filming and getting together and all that. Like, I'm sort of excited for it, but at the same time I'm like, fuck, this is going to be a lot of effort again.
Yeah.
I reckon it'll be,
we got a framework though this time.
We got a framework.
I think if we do...
But is Del Ivory? Like, where's he going now?
I know, I was thinking, I can't do menu log, eh? I reckon I've almost put Del Ivory to bed.
Oh. But does
Del
Ivory
I want to see what
videos. Yeah.
I want to see what he does next, though, because it's perfect that Deliveroo's been bust.
Yeah.
Like, I want to see what he does next, man. Like,
Maybe
what skills are transferable for Del Ivory?
Yeah, I reckon
maybe
the
next thing is.
Sling meth or something. I'll be like their best drug dealer ever.
No, be the worst drug dealer ever.
Yeah.
That would be funny if you do like the worst, and we just film you legit trying to sell fake drugs to people.
Yeah.
That would be so funny, man.
And you can track the app like you can on like Deliveroo. And it shows my car.
Your meth is 5 minutes away.
Yeah.
Right, this meth's taking forever.
You get priority, like
for $80. That's priority.
I've arrived.
Yeah.
I've arrived. Your dealer tried to contact you.
Yeah.
Just like,
why did you jump in the back fence?
Dude, that's funny, bro. That's fucking funny. Yeah, he's Deliveroo's gone bust, so you gotta sing drugs.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, that's sick.
Oh, I love
Maybe
that.
that's the guy, eh?
Yeah.
And I just some hell junked out, like.
Yeah, I reckon, and we either set up cameras and we could go to Gage Roads and set up hidden cameras in there.
Right,
because if they're sponsoring you guys,
why did you mention that just before? Did you
could do a full hidden camera, you trying to sling drugs, any of us doing any skits we want. If it's got every angle,
so good.
We don't have to guerrilla it.
Yeah. Remember we were talking about as well the video, how good it'd be, because we can get some testimonials of people that came to the first Up and Joke, and they we all know the stories of guys going at half time, grabbing pints from Subi Hotel, smuggling them back in. So we get these testimonials of guys that in witness protection, their voices it was a great show, but this might have happened. And then we go to the new venue and go, it ain't going to run out of here. And then have that drone shot of Gage Roads.
Good idea.
We can do some funny sketches in there.
Yes.
They'll be all over it.
Yeah. I love that. I love that.
We'll just bootleg Raunchy out the front.
So what is Raunchy? I never
So Raunchy is a brewing code taken over. Well, when you listen to the start of this potty, you'll hear that Ian came and they turned it from motorsports and the old Raunchy company into a brewing company.
The old promotions.
Actually, let's do it. You're on camera. Try one. And just give us your honest feedback. Honest feedback?
Honest.
Don't say Gage Roads is better, you dog.
I'm all about Raunchy, hence why I've got 2 kids. That's refreshing. Before raunchy, I was just a loser. Now I'm a drunk loser. Oh, that's amazing.
That's refreshing. Refreshing.
It's school holidays. Get yourself some, kids.
No one has gone.
Yeah, no one. He thinks everyone's going to go.
No, it's actually good. I like lager.
It's actually good. He just said it. He just said it. All right. It's actually good as this half like unofficial slogan.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So we got.
I said the same thing in your podcast as well. Nah, it's actually good, guys. Should definitely listen.
That actually works for both the podcast and the beer.
That is the clip. That is dit. Bang. Done.
That's
where do I send my invoice?
That's so funny, man. Like, we did the predictions.
It's legit. It's full. It's good.
Because I don't drink beer. I had it, and I go, it's actually good. And Ian's like, that's what everyone says.
Yeah.
So before today, me and Branchy did a film like Branchy Damas, going to predict what people say. It's actually good.
That's a good slogan.
Yeah.
Was I the first to say that? Or was everyone said
no,
it?
a few people have said it.
Yeah.
It's actually good.
Cam McLaren said it.
So
the other thing is, like, for a beer, it's pretty good.
But how good is that raging since 1985?
Yeah, I love it.
That's a good bit too.
I was at ECC the other night, and I was like, well, fuck, if they're jumping on board, and they had it on tap there, I was like, well, I better fucking have one. And I was so anxious, because I was like, fuck, what if we've adopted this beer that's just going to taste like shit? And I was like,
as the president's listening to you.
And I was like, so worried, and then bang, down, I was like, oh... It's actually good.
Yeah.
And I told him that, and he was like, that's actually our slogan.
That's a hell clever slogan.
Yeah.
And it's all WA brewed, everything. That's awesome.
It's all about King Road Brewery? Yeah, so you know King Road Brewery? So, yeah, he's got a master brewer. What are they called? Master brewer? Just a good cunt brewer. Yeah.
So for 78% of our listeners that would know Buddha because they came from the Grin Reapers.
It's actually good.
But for the other 22%, this is Brian Shields, host of the Grin Reapers podcast.
Scorchers had a win yesterday. Do you have anything to do with that?
Did they end up winning?
They did,
I got too drunk to watch the end.
Hardy just comes in and slaps it.
Because
he won me a little bit.
Yeah, because we were in some serious trouble.
Yeah.
We've got a very cool, calm, and collective squad.
Yeah.
And I reckon if you look back since the history of the BBL, we always get doubted by everyone. Everyone always writes off the Scorchers.
Yeah.
Yet you look at every single championship we've won.
Yeah.
When have we ever been the favourites?
Yeah.
We go about our business and we know how to win.
Only when Mitch Johnson was in.
We just got real good role players. And Hardy is a gun. He's a young up and coming.
Doesn't get an opportunity to
phenom.
come
He's an amazing player and he's really good with bat and ball.
Yeah.
We've got a lot more of those guys coming up too that are 3 or 4 years away.
Who's your hot tip for newcomer this year?
In the Big Bash?
Yeah, is anyone coming through that you've seen in the juniors that's setting to go?
I reckon.
Or even like not for the Scorchers.
I'm going to go outside of the round what people will know, the familiar faces and names. I reckon at the back end of the tournament when we lose some of the big boys to other duties. I think like Cooper Connolly, who's a Scarborough boy, he played all his junior cricket. He's a double view Korean kind of kid.
Set reminder bet on Cooper Connolly. Most runs.
Really good character. He captained the Australian under-19s team last year in the World Cup.
Yeah, right.
Exciting prospect. I think he'll get a Guernsey. I dare
Batter
say.
or bowler?
Batter, wax him, left-hand bat. Oh, he bowls left arm offies as well. He's talented.
Yeah,
he's good all-rounder. But it'd be good to see him get blooded in at the back end of the tournament to give him a taste of it. And I reckon he'll find his feet pretty quickly.
How much?
He likes to get on with it, and he can hit the ball to all parts of the ground.
I love that. Because how much do you have involved with the Scorchers? Because like the coaching, was it the development?
It's development.
Yes, I do the
so
pathways,
you feed them
the under-17s, under-19s, under-15s, all the emerging pathway players up to the rookies.
Yeah.
But we're all hands on deck at the top as well when they need it. When V and Swampy and that need it, everyone's helping with.
And do you have much to do with Faf then?
No, I saw him on Monday. when he got here. But
it's pretty epic because he's.
I'm not directly with the Scorchers when that sort
of just stopped and looked at us
time comes. It's kind of a little bit of a bubble where they go into their little bubble, and there's like Bo Casson, who's an amazing coach. We've got Tim McDonald, the bowling coach, Adam Voges, head coach.
Yeah.
Jeff Marsh,
speaks
for itself.
Elite,
It's really good. So, and I work with the players that we feed into there, hopefully 2 or 3 years away.
So like talent, so we have a talent manager at West Perth, for example, who does all the Colts and stuff, like feeds them all from like their 14s, 15s, 16s development all the way into like what become your future fucking league players.
Well, the rookies, you guys want to get drafted. I T Wiley, who got 100 early this year. Last year made his Shield debut for WA. played in the Shield final. We won a Shield in 30 years.
Oh, and you won everything this year.
And he in his third game got to win a Shield with WA. He's like, there's 17-year-old at the time.
Fuck,
and he's like one of those emerging talents.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them. WA cricket's in a strong position.
Oh, yeah. Well, mate, we won all of them last year.
Yep.
Big Bash, One Day, and the
Shield.
Yeah. Sheffield Shield. Fuck.
Brian Shield, they call it.
Mate,
Yeah.
so actually,
How you boys gone? Congratulations on everything you guys have done.
Yeah, thanks, old son. It was
You must be stoked, eh?
Yeah, like
right on the coattails of the Reapers and doing what we can.
You boys are doing so well.
We haven't really shared too many guests.
not lately. Nah, but I think that's a good thing because I think a lot of our listeners listen to you guys, and well, a lot of your listeners listen to us, which is it helps us. But
we have enough point of differences.
Yeah, and what we've always talked about is like
come up together,
high tide raises all boats. Like it actually
yeah.
does that community vibe. Hey?
Yeah.
Crusher, Segura, Rogan, Bobby Lee, Santino, and Schultz. They're all perfect examples.
And do you know what you guys do? I honestly reckon you guys are leading the way. And all your social media is so good. All your video content. All the production here now.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Whoever was like, man, this is hell sick. I was like, yeah, Branchy did that. He goes, do you do that?
Except for
like, yes.
Except for if you guys
it's actually good. Eh? That's what I say, reckon.
If you guys look closely,
I'll tell you what's not good. The beer pong game I just watched over here for Cam and Bruno. Fuck me, you build a house with all those bricks you were throwing.
Look at the raunchy on my t-shirt, and then just look to the left nipple and the shirt. Like I've had to edit it over. You can see it's
the little square.
Square.
We wouldn't have seen that.
You just know Delby's raunchy. You don't need to put a logo on it.
Oh, all right. So Buddha, before we'll probably get like one or two more guests.
Yeah, Cam wants to jump on. And
What we'll do, I'll go off camera.
Yeah,
and sit
I need
on
a
that
wee,
spot.
and I want to talk and stuff.
This is so good, man. Like, this is actually, I'm going from it's good to so good.
It actually is. Hey, like I'm not. I was so happy when I drank it. I was like, this is incredible.
What was the theory behind it? You said, Ian, you were like, we want a beer that people enjoy.
Between an export.
Yeah, between an export and a VB, that's enjoyable.
Yeah, cool.
And I'm not a beer drinker, and I can actually drink it.
That's bloody
good.
That's smashing them back right now.
So do I revisit Floggins? Is the question.
Nah, I think Floggins is gone.
Floggins is dead.
Yeah,
but I think
we
we do
kind of
callbacks.
him now, though.
He is. He's became him, mate.
You know when life imitates art?
I think we just do little Easter eggs. So
Could I do Ned Brockman?
No, I reckon Brad Hughes does Red Brockman.
Oh, yes.
Usually looks like Ned Brockman.
Yeah, that post.
He's just a little bit more ginger than him, though.
Did you see Brad Hughes the other day, his post?
No.
And he did a picture.
He looks exactly like Ned Brockman, but he's a little bit more ranger. So, I think we can go Red Brockman. He could do something stupid.
At the start? Open up the show again?
Oh, we'll keep it secret, son. I know I can say now on record, though, don't give it too much away. I have reached out to a couple of international DJs that are big and well household names that are from WA and from Sydney.
Sick.
And they are very keen for those dates. Yeah.
That's incredible to hear.
That's
exciting.
So I think what we do is
one of them
that would be sick for the after party.
If it's one of them that I'm thinking of, he was spewing that he wasn't here for the Up and Joke, the original.
He's here in a couple of days too.
He's in LA, wasn't he?
He's going to be actually in town in a couple of days. So if you might want to get him on the potty, I might be able to
love him on, bro.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
He's here for a couple of shows.
Yeah, we'll get your scraps.
So if anyone want to put two and two together, if we have an international DJ come on in the next couple of days.
Yeah, but there'll be...
that
would be a sick after party.
Oh, fucking oath.
And that's bang for your buck. If we charge like $60 a ticket, I think everyone will listen.
I think 60's fair.
Just for the fucking...
I think people that appreciate they get like a free beer on entry or drink on entry and they get a show plus after party.
Yeah.
Just for the after show.
And we get to catch up everyone. The thing that pissed me off the most last year was we just didn't get to celebrate with everyone.
Yeah.
The green room was packed and pumping, but it was kind of, we were racing around, everyone was lost.
And this was this is what I said to Delby, and I can't remember if I told you and Whitey, but it was the first time I ever felt like a celebrity when I went over to Subi Hotel, because you guys all stayed back, and me and Hughesy walked in, and the eruption, it was just like, yes, Floggins! And I never felt
that's because you got your dick out in front of 1,000 people.
Yeah, everyone was trying to buy us beers.
You haven't seen that, eh? We'll send you the footage.
So everyone was trying to buy us beers.
Actually shit.
They actually call me shit dick.
Shit dick. Yeah, 1,000 people here's butt naked, ran down the Regal Theatre on stage, helicopter.
So Raunchy is now pulled out of sponsoring the podcast. No,
you'll fit perfectly in with it.
Fit perfectly in with it.
We emailed the theatre show a few months ago to throw the idea of doing a number 2, and the email they wrote back to us was the funniest thing ever. They're like, our staff were exposed to things we never thought they'd ever see. Like, we've had 7 resignations. 2 have died since.
It was worse than COVID.
Never contact us again.
Cockford 2021.
It's so fun though, like the whole that sort of feeling at the end of it, like something you've worked so hard. Like people think that it just comes together. It was fucking hard work.
It was David Sloggins, man.
It was. You and Whitey did amazing.
Yeah, it was like you forget, like it's a mental draining.
Filming, so editing, crazy. All that. Because like me and Delby didn't have to do too much. But we did but you guys were like doing you were behind engine room.
Yeah, well,
everyone had a role.
Yeah,
but even you get the perfect example of like, and without giving away what the prank was, because I think Whitey's using it in Tension 11. But that prank we did on the beach that day with the dust. I don't know if you remember that one, how long it took, because you're waiting. And so it's not just let's go film this, 5 minutes done. It's like you're waiting for the perfect moment. And instead of being a 5-minute film, which is all it took, it ended up being 2.5 hours and fucking roasted sunburn for fucking wearing a sun. Like those sorts of things when we're doing what we're doing, those pranks, they're more draining because you just got to wait. You got to get the right situation, the right scenario.
And you want to be authentic.
And it's fucking... like it's anxiety driving.
Not for Whitey. He doesn't feel that. You and Whitey don't feel that, eh? I think me and you are too empathetic.
You
don't give a fuck.
I can't even listen to something like
that. I fast forward all your prank calls. I'm like, I can't do it.
After 4 weeks on that poor bloke. After about 4 weeks, I was like,
we still call him anyway. Just
I was like, I can't listen to any more of these pranks. His poor cunt. You just absolutely. But yeah,
I get a little bit like I don't. Whitey definitely goes into a different realm.
Oh, mate.
When it comes to like live, because he hates. The funny thing about Whitey is he doesn't like
live stuff.
Public speaking.
Yeah.
He'll get nervous doing the theatre discussion like in front of thousands of people.
Yeah.
But he's not scared to like lay it all on the line.
One-on-one.
Out there in front of public people that know no idea what's going on, and he'll like jump in front of a car and like everyone's like shit themselves. He's like, it's just another day in the office.
He loves it.
Everyone's got different.
It's weird.
Comfortabilities.
I noticed that when we did the spray and the bike guys on the side of the road. Like I was like, oh no, and he was like, do you want me to drive? I'll do it. I'll take the wheel. And I was like,
loves it, eh?
I was like,
you know what?
Because I love Whitey as well. Like fucking, I've always loved Tension anyway. So there was this part of me that also wanted to impress Whitey. I was like, no, I'll do it. And I just fucking zoomed into that.
Whitey has kept his childlike innocent. You know that inner child?
Yeah.
Like he's kept it
his whole life.
And he's been able to just do it, eh?
Well, for me, he's one of the most motivating inspirations because if you look at Whitey,
because he's good at everything.
No, but he honestly, I guess he's the dream in terms of nothing ever comes easy to anyone in life. You got to work your ass off, which is what he's done.
Yeah.
But he's set up a life through hard work to have the life he wants to have.
Yeah.
He's never worked a day
ever
since he got to like adulthood. He's always had passion projects that he's gone all in on and really tried his hardest and been successful at. But he lives a life he wants to live. He's not working a 9 to 5 for the man because he doesn't want to do that. He shapes his life to how he wants to do it. And I respect that because that's really cool. That's the dream we all want, isn't it? Like to do something, if you can get paid for something you truly love doing and kind of learn along the way and do your things. That's
Ian from Raunchy's fist pumping right
now.
So
that's the way it is.
Making beer for a living is fucking pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But that's the
hard yarns fucking...
And it's not easy. Nothing's easy. But you've got to respect someone who goes like balls to the wall and goes, I'm going to give it a crack and I'm going to shape it. And like,
or balls to the Regal Theatre.
I just like that.
Yeah,
and that's sort of the way it is. You want to live your life the way you want to live it.
Yeah.
And it's
but we all understand, we're realists to know that you've got to have other jobs to get by sometimes. But he found a way to get to it.
I just love the whole community that we're building, and you're probably one of the pivotal parts of that. Oh no, Mr. D's here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Mr. Delbarello, Delby's dad's just showed up. Holy fucking Jesus. Things have just gotten interesting. Yeah. That's one of the... you're the...
let's see what my dad says. We'll get him on... We'll swap Dad in just for 5 minutes.
Yeah,
and we'll get him to try a Raunchy.
I thought it was your landlord. Look at how mafia don.
What the fuck is going on here?
Before you leave, we'll go your raunchiest story.
Oh, Jesus.
And you can... Alicia doesn't have to know if you want to. Otherwise,
that's
your
funny,
best thing that happened this year and what you hope to achieve next year. So if you want to do a raunchy story, you can pass on that. Fuck, am I going to ask my dad?
I think what he wants to
ask my dad.
Yeah, raunchy story I might pass is because...
Okay, because of wife and
skeleton in the closet. Yeah.
You fucked a skeleton?
Yeah, it was raunchy.
Best thing to happen this year? Reservoir Vlog. We'll plug Reservoir Vlogs as well. So
I reckon maybe Kelly Slater interview was good.
Yeah, that's it.
Awesome.
I was in LA for 5 weeks. That was a good experience. Get out of here after COVID. But the Kelly Slater would have to be, I reckon that's awesome. That was a pretty big bucket list.
That
me and Whitey were actually like, that was just real frothy in that whole experience. That weekend was a really funny weekend, the way it all happened.
Isn't it funny, like, at the end of some of the podcasts, you get some of the guests, and then you like, and we do it, we did it after Dane Swan, and we left, we didn't think much of it. And then I'm sure exactly how you felt with the Kelly Slater. He messaged me going, dude, we just fucking interviewed Dane Swan.
Yeah.
You must be like sitting there going, I'm fucking talking to the greatest, arguably one of the greatest athletes of all time.
Nuts.
Like, and
Dane?
just one of the
with Slater.
Yeah.
Slater, like, you must be sitting there going, he's legit my idol. Like, he's fucking. Not so many people love him. Like,
it was like a 7-year-old me, 8-year-old me that used to play Kelly Slater surfing on PlayStation and like saw him on everything. It was I had posters in my all the surfers on my wall, all the things. I was just like, it was fucking pretty wild. And the more wild thing about it was Slater and Whitey's friendship, because they both got really emotional.
Yeah,
I thought.
Yeah.
There was moments where Kelly got teary about things.
About the
and you can see there's a connection there with Whitey and Kelly because they're bonded through like an experience they had. Which was cool. And then the next year, I'm looking forward. I've got a little girl on the way.
Is this the first official announcement? Have you said on Reapers?
I said it last week.
First official announcement.
Pretty much.
Oh, congratulations. That's so good.
May, just after Up and Joke 2.
Oh, it's your girl. It's not from Mexico or Balenciaga or anything.
It's probably not my girl. The funny thing is,
good.
when we did the scan, we brought Whitey with us, and we looked at not Whitey. Why did I say Whitey? Then we brought Charlie with us, and he looked at the photo, and he goes, "Why is he black?" The baby
from the ultrasound.
I was like, "LA was good to Mum."
That's gold.
That reminds me of that reminds me of an open mic joke that I wrote, and I'm never going to tell. But I'll say it now. It would be like I sat down with my wife, and I was like, I've been lying to you my whole life. I've actually got a prosthetic dick. It's not real, so I really apologise. I should have told you from the beginning. And she gets so angry at me. She was like, I can't believe you lied to me about all this shit. This is so fucked. And I was like, fuck that. What about the fact that our kid's black?
Maybe keep that to over mics.
Classic. That's why I haven't told it, but that was the whole,
That's good, mate. Keep working on that one. I'd love to stay
Up and Joke 2, you got premium content.
Okay, you got 5 minutes. Reggie, do not disappoint.
Mate, congratulations on whatever you guys are doing.
Thanks, mate.
We'll sort you out with my dad.
See
ya.
That's good.
Go grab my old man.
Mr. D.
Come on. Yeah.
I really need a wee, Delby. I'll go wee. You go talk to your dad. And I'll tell Cam McLaren to jump on as well.
Yeah. Cam. Dad. You've already done a podcast, Dad. Just sit here. Just come have a chat with me, Cam. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5. Right, we've got 5 minutes with Mr. D. Hey? He wants to come on too. There we go. Put the headphones on. All right. So, put those on.
You got to so you can hear.
All right, we have a massive moment in the Hard Yarns podcast. You had heard him on Patreon. For the first official podcast, Mr. D with Cam McLaren.
Yeah, welcome. Mr. D with his face. Oh, he doesn't even want the mic.
You have to have the mic, or we won't hear. So
you got to talk into it, bro.
Near your face, near your chin. Put it near your chin.
Mr. D is the archetype of every dad.
Pop that in your ear so you can hear.
I don't know what archetype means. I'm gonna be honest.
Put him on. You'll be able to hear us better.
You got to wear
We've only got 5 minutes with Mr. D because he's very shy and he doesn't want to be on.
Hey, he's a busy man. He's got shit to do.
I'm going to ask you 4 questions, Dad, and then you can go. So pop them on.
I believe in you.
Okay. Put on your ears, yeah. Pop it over the top of your head, otherwise it'll fall off. Can you hear me better?
It's like an 80s DJ.
Can you hear me? Yeah. Now, come forward to the mic. turn the mic like this, so it's about a fist away from your face.
Right, what now?
Now come a little bit closer. Move the chair in. Just a little bit closer. All right, talk. Can you hear yourself?
Check 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Check 1, 2, 3.
There it goes. All right, we are joined officially. You've heard him on Patreon. It's one of our most popular Patreon episodes.
Mate.
We're with Mr. D and Cam McLaren. We've swapped Cam Branch for Cam McLaren.
Hey, we've upgraded the cans, now we've upgraded the Delbarellos. Let's do this, you loose students.
We've got a better Cam and a better Delbarello.
Do you want to do the real one?
No, Dad, sit down.
Stay, Mr. D.
Dad, sit down.
You and I should do our own podcast.
All right.
I'm on your team, bro. I'm saying we're better. You're the better Delby. You're the original Delby.
No. All right. Keep the camera on my dad. We're going to do first, have you had this yet? Authentic reaction. I know you're not a beer drinker and I'm not a beer drinker. Just try a sip of that. You don't have to. If you don't like it, just say. Yeah,
She won't mind.
I know. We just want authentic reactions. All right, Mr. D's going to try
This is
raunchy beer for the
authentic
first time.
live.
If you don't like it, just be honest. We don't care. You don't have to sugarcoat it. Doesn't like it? Not a fan. All right, well, there we go. It's our first person where it says it's not actually good. Thumbs down. We just lost our sponsorship with Raunchy. No.
That goes thousands of dollars every year. Thanks anyway.
All right, Dad. So just going to ask you 3 questions and you can go. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Best thing to happen to you this year? And you need to come a bit closer to the microphone so we can hear you.
Straight on there.
What's the best thing to happen in 2022?
Talking work-wise, family-wise?
Anything. Your highlight of the year, the best thing this year.
Watching you 3 boys grow up.
All right. Okay, that's a nice one. All right. And then what do you hope to achieve next year? What are you looking forward to in 2023?
I don't want to get old anymore.
You don't want to get old anymore? So you're looking forward to not getting old?
Yeah. You can't see me, but...
My dad might hit you in the head if you say...
I'm just looking at him. He's like holding the headphones. It's so...
Yeah. And this is probably...
In case they fall off my head, remember?
This is going to be this will be the hardest one for you to answer, and you can pass because we're sponsored by Raunchy. Raunchiest story, either from you personally or one that you've heard of your workmates. What's the raunchiest story you've ever heard? Exclusive and live from Mr. D. You going to pass? You're allowed to pass.
I'll pass because there's a lot of stuff that you don't need to know about.
All right.
That's it.
That's all we need, Dad. Thank you.
Right,
there we go.
D,
Mr. D's first
champion.
appearance. Thank you. Thanks, Dad.
Superstar.
Bruno.
My second favourite Delbarello.
All right. Who do we need? All right. I think we've got about spots for 3. Nino, you going to jump on in a sec? Do you want to jump on?
Hey, yo, sorry, bro. I'm going to take back where I left off type of shit.
Wait, you're not going to be on? Yeah, I'll be on.
What's happening, dog?
Oh, actually, wait, yeah, so...
Oh, what a sad cunt, man. Fuck, you just leave that cunt hanging.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Cameron McLaren podcast. It's about time I've took over this motherfucker.
Well, it's about time someone shows appreciation for you, my dog.
Oh, thank you for noticing. I've been working really hard at being the best podcaster in Western Australia.
I mean, I doubt that, because I haven't seen you with a podcast studio or anything like that.
I'm so good I don't need to do one, does. That's how I know I'm
You know what? That's pretty fucking arrogant, cunt.
What up, player pimp? Swag on motherfucking deck. We are here.
Motherfuckers! Guys, can I just say it's an honour to be here live on an Inept podcast? What a day.
Inept podcast.
Hey, yo, Delby, do you want to change seats? Because you need this shit.
Inept podcast
No.
till I die,
right.
Can I just say this? For the listeners, you're probably wondering why the quality of the podcast has just jumped up a notch. It's because Delby and Cam are no longer here, and now we are being taken care of by professionals.
Yeah.
Yes, hosting, because I got to do producing.
Yeah, whatever, cunt. Well, now that Delby's left.
Hey, I finally get back on the hard yarns, and I don't have any of the people on the hard yarns. That's why I know Inept is my favourite podcast.
Isn't this better?
Bro.
2022 is the year of Inept.
Cam, let me tell you something real quick, brother.
Yes, Dad.
It's like you have always been welcome in the Inept space because you know how to do that thing called but funny. You know how to be funny.
I've done it before. I tried it.
Clearly, they'll be struggling.
You know, it's Inept. Look, hard yarns bully me. They make me be a conspiracy theorist. Did you know I don't even believe in conspiracies? I'm a good Christian boy.
You know what, man?
Yeah. You know what I live in? Jesus.
You
That's
do
why
have
I'm leaving.
you do have church pastor energy.
Thank you for
Like
noticing.
youth pastor energy.
Because I molest people.
Nah, because I was gonna say like I feel like there's difference
I'm a
between
molester.
white pastors and black pastors type of shit, right?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Black pastors usually fuck other people's wives, and
Yes.
white pastors usually go
fuck
for
the kids.
Yeah,
They fuck the kids.
Oh, I'm so dumb. I thought it was brown pasta. You know what I mean? I was like, sketty, rice.
Nah, that's dumb.
And what
bro.
I love about black pastors is they're not afraid to flirt with you, even if you're a dude.
A black pastor's hell good
Oh
like
yeah, they'll be like, "Hey yo, Cam, you looking good today, brother. The Lord is with you."
yeah, preach it. Oh, we need some more black pasta, man. Do you want to be a pastor?
Dude, I was almost a pastor.
And then he became a stand-up because he's bad at being a pastor.
I was preaching, I was teaching the gospel and working in a strip club at the same time. I think I already told you.
Oh yeah, yeah, I remember
was,
that.
yeah.
You're a dirty pastor cunt.
Oh, the rap.
Dude, I literally, that was bad. We need a bomb button in here.
That's why we kicked you off your own podcast, brother. That's why you're relegated.
Dude, I would literally finish my shift at 5 a.m. and then go start my church shift at 9 a.m.
Oh shit. Oh
Wait,
yeah,
what?
I remember that. You were saying, yeah.
Did you get to
You're a
choose
dirty
what
cunt.
you're preaching about? Is this an Net podcast?
This is a Net podcast now, motherfucker.
Put some respect on our name, cunt. Respect.
Hey, yeah, your podcast has been taking over.
What do you want me to say?
Just bloody say, shout out, say thanks for coming on the Inept podcast.
Oh, thanks. Welcome to RAC Arena. Welcome to RAC.
Cheers.
Bro, we need a bomb
Christ.
button, man. With that was a fuck. That was 2 bombs now. From
That was Branch's lovemaking voice.
Well, ladies, are you ready to do it?
yeah, take that.
No
I'm
wonder,
a West
bro,
Perth Premiership captain.
You're a naughty little guy.
bro, no wonder they can't single. Anyway, as I was saying, come on, man, I'm single too, cunt. I can't talk.
Fuck me, Cam. Yo, the fucking, you lost a lot of weight, cunt.
Yeah, no shit, eh?
Oh, I'm just sitting further
Good
away,
segue,
boys.
by the way. Good segue.
Dude, if you weren't like working out, I'd be like, Cam has AIDS, guys.
We went from 300 kg to 220.
What happened, Cam? Why did you wear a Jimmy?
That's it, man. I got AIDS, bro. It's killing me slowly.
Oh no, but seriously, like,
But
honest
it was
question.
pretty sweet, yeah.
Honest question: is it the weed that made you lose weight, or was it just you actually dieting and shit?
No, legit, it's fucking hard work. But it's also not even that hard. That's the kick in the head, man.
Oh, yeah.
You just drink 4 litres of water a day. You have 4 meals that are all chicken and protein, and you exercise every day. That's it. You do that for like a year.
I'll say from experience as a fat dude in the gym, right?
Yeah.
Yo, that people look at you different, eh, when you're a big dude in the gym.
Oh yeah, bro.
Bro, hardcore.
I do.
You can't struggle too much. Yeah, Bruno lost.
I lost in total 40.
Hell yeah, dude.
40 in total. But right now, I'm at the 30 mark because I put on like a little bit more weight. I gained some inches actually.
Delby asks
bro.
if you lose 6 inches from your dick.
Oh yeah, because we can't hear him on the mic.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I'll just say this. Oh yeah.
5 inches,
When
yeah.
I was skinny, my dick was like a desert eagle. Now it's like a snub nose police issue 38.
That's what happens. It's
So
like
he's shrunk.
Bro, hey, the fuck thing is, like you know where your pelvis is and there's the fat there?
Yeah.
That is at least an inch.
Bro, it took 3 from me.
That takes away from your dick.
It's a centimetre for every
Some
10
real shit,
kilos
man.
you're overweight.
Are you
Yeah,
serious?
Every 10 kilos
Yeah,
you're
bro.
over. So I've lost 60 kilos or 50 kilos right now. My dick is sitting on the flop. I'm 5 centimetres longer.
Bro,
Wholeheartedly.
when I was
5 centimetres longer.
Bro,
I was like, what are you?
I'm at 6 centimetres right now.
Bro, honestly, when I was at 77 kilos, I feel like Mandingo.
Yeah, straight.
Yeah, right.
Well, yeah, bro, I was like, fuck, packing.
Yeah,
Bro, when
dude.
you can swing it, have you ever been?
I wake up in the morning, I'm like, fuck yeah, boy.
Bro, hey, on the flop, like I'll be in the shower and shit, and on the flop, I'm like, look at myself, like dry myself, and I'm like, fuck, man, if I move too fast, it swings. I was like, holy shit, I'm packing.
That's the worst when it doesn't swing, hey. Or if you like start walking and it doesn't bounce, you're like, come on, bro, what the fuck is this?
Bro, before it was like a pinky, right?
Yeah.
And because I'm heavier, it would just move a little. And now it's
twitch.
Yeah, it would just twitch. And now it's just like, whoa.
Hey.
We've been on the Net podcast jump on. and we just start talking about dick.
It's just all about dick. Welcome to the Penis Podcast.
Well, you know, we can't be like Hardy. Oh fuck, is the moon landing real? Oh, that's compelling.
The flat Earth theory. That's not
fuck, I lost my money in cryptocurrency. Oh fuck, woe is me.
We're talking about the real shit, man.
But it was funny. Like most of your material is about sex, ass eating, and dicks.
Yeah.
Yeah, you talk about arse eating, which I really appreciate.
I like it. You don't like arse eating?
No, I love arse eating.
No, but
it's the next best thing.
Bro, the dope thing about Darby is that's his best bit is arse eating.
I remember
that's his best bit.
I remember when you were working that bit out. That's when I first thought you were going to be good.
Oh yeah.
I remember when you were just an open micer doing your little open mic vibe.
That boy eats ass like a professional.
And I think it would have been at Greenwood with Delby. Delby did a thing at the Greenwood, and you jumped on and you fucking obliterated doing crowd work, and you're like, "Who here eats ass?" And then you just fucking ripped people out eating ass, and I was like, "Oi, Darby's going to be fucking something."
Appreciate it, man.
Darby's going to be something.
That's always a dope strategy. And like one thing that I love that you do is that you'll talk to the audience, and then you'll be like, "Hey, I talk about couples,
cheers.
how long they've been together," and then like, do you eat ass? And then from there, it's just on.
I will say, like, it is tough, like, because I was obviously raised up Christian. Whenever there's a grandmother or like an older lady in the audience, I'm like, come on, bro.
Yeah, straight up.
Oh, I can't say this and that. Point to her. Do
you know she's done it? You know she's done it.
Yeah, you have.
She was probably a dirty whore back in the day.
I don't think you get to, past 70 years of age without having to eat ass.
Yeah, 100%, bro.
Wouldn't you be sad if you did, though? You're like 70 years old and you haven't eaten out or even had your butt licked. You know what I mean? Like,
dude, that'd be rough.
A little bit.
That'd be rough, bro.
That's
but
sad.
One thing that we forget is, like, we see someone's grandmother, and then we'll just assume that they don't like ass eating and dirty shit. When a lot of their humour is actually more fucked up than we think.
Oh,
Especially, I know it's a bit hacky, but even in Rockingham, old people there, they love dirty shit.
Plus, we feel like, when you're young, you feel like your generation invented sex.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, bro,
like,
they were
they've been fucking for ages.
Ages.
Yeah, bro.
That's how you're here.
Kama Sutra, look at it.
The Kama Sutra is a rough one, though.
I'm not talking. I can't do most of the positions because it talks about the flexibility and shit. I don't have the mobility for it.
Now, even the non-flexible. Have you looked at the Kama Sutra?
Nah, what happened?
The Kama Sutra. This is super racist, but you know how those Bob Vagine Indian guys?
Yeah.
That it's like
I want to see your Bob.
If you wrote the Kama Sutra, you're like, oh yeah, it was clearly written by an Indian Bob Vagine guy.
Really?
Because it's all like, all right, if I'm gonna fuck you, I need to put my leg over your head. I need to put my left arm has to go underneath your asshole.
You're like, this isn't pleasurable at all.
You're overthinking it, bro.
You just put your knob head in like anywhere small.
Exactly.
No, you know what? They need to do it the same way that they talk about yoga positions.
Yeah.
As in they call it the calming baby, the desert eagle, or some shit like that.
The desert eagle.
It's a handgun. But you know what I mean? It'll make it more attractive, and it won't make it as weird.
It would, eh?
Like they should call it yoga shit.
I seen a dog doing downward dog and it blew my fucking mind hole.
Oh, no
that's
shit.
hilarious.
I thought it was like a made up thing, and then I seen a dog stretch and I was like, you're doing the move we named after you, you little shit.
Bro, I only did yoga once.
What did you reckon?
It was the hot yoga.
Oh, that's rough, dude.
Bro.
That shit is terrible.
But no, the worst part is any time that I'll do it, I'm always looking up because the position changed and I had no idea.
Oh, right.
So I'm doing down to the dog and they've changed to calming baby.
Yeah, and I get sleepy during yoga. I don't know if that was with you. I get fucking hell sleepy.
Is that tunes?
No, like because it's always about like a calming. I would love to see yoga if it was just someone completely out of their mind. Like, all right, guys, fucking chase it. Sour dog. Your leg in the air.
Bro, that's a bit much, man, eh?
Bro, lotus.
Nah, that's get that bomb button, man. Like, definitely the bomb button for that one.
I like Lotus.
That was funny. Come on, guys. Get the fuck out of here.
Bro, that's what you know is not funny. We're going to say it's funny.
I'm Cameron Branch.
Yo,
and what I like to say is
Cam, let me ask you
podcast.
this. Let me ask you this. What's going on with Elon Musk, bro? Why are these fucking people
talking shit?
Getting up my boy Elon.
Is that your boy now?
That's my fucking
He's your
motherfucking
boy.
man.
Can I tell you what's up with your boy?
What's up?
Your boy's a little soft cock. That's what your boy is.
Come on,
your boy's
Tell
a little
the cunt.
soft cock who
Come
can't
on.
take anything coming at him. So
Yes.
he's like, I'm going to ban you. I'm going to hate you. I'm going to ban
What? You
He's
gonna
a big fucking soft cock. Let
You're
him
gonna
happen.
make fun of this
You know
man
what?
here?
Man move. move is you buy Twitter and let everything stay the same, but he keeps fucking with shit because he wants to prove he's got a little dick.
Oh, you know what it is, bro? I'm sorry, I got to cut you off real quick.
Go on.
Bro,
Sorry.
Elon Musk right now reminds me of like a woke lesbian in this day and age. That's what he reminds me of.
You're telling me if you dropped $44 billion on a fucking company, you're not gonna clap back? Bro, if I bought Twitter for $100, I'm like, no one's saying anything bad about me.
Yeah, but that's a weak move. The big dog move is to let them say whatever the fuck they want.
Exactly.
Whatever.
Bro.
You're on my, because you remember you're on my fucking company
platform.
Talking shit about me on my platform, but I still own it. I'm the one with the dick.
Now
Bro,
still
if
clap
you're
back.
sitting there banning people and shit, it's because you're a little soft cock.
Exactly.
Does he ban
100%.
Yeah, he fucking held blacklisted all these people and stuff.
Oh, okay.
I buy raunchy. Do you know what I'm fucking loving?
Hey, yo, who's that,
raunchy
man?
beer. Raunchy
Well,
beer is so delicious.
It's his missus.
Who's missus?
That dude's missus.
Raunchy's missus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's.
Did y'all know each other?
Oh yeah, cause like she used to be with my brother.
I poured your drink into my drink.
Yeah. Like she used to date my brother.
Oh wow.
Oh, right,
and then
right.
she dated that guy instead.
Bro,
Anyway.
do you know the first thing she said to Delby?
Yeah.
She goes, oh, do you know Bruno? I'm like, yeah. Oh, I actually, what'd she say? I slept walk and ended up in his room.
What?
That's the first thing she said to him.
Is this admissible in court?
Oh, bro, like, hey, this actually happened.
Yeah.
But I was so deep in my sleep, I didn't know that she was there. Oh. And then she woke up and realized where she was, and I was next to her, and then she woke up and ran straight to my brother's room. And I was like, why did she stop me?
She's like, I thought it was 7 inches. It's only 5. Something is amiss.
Right. You know what's funny? My brother spoke to me afterwards about it.
Oh, yeah?
And he goes, hey, yo, man, wait, I heard that she sleepwalked in your room. And I was like, yeah, bro, was that a setup? Because we weren't getting along at the time.
Oh, that's right, you guys were beefing.
Yeah. So he goes, hey, man, did she sleepwalk there? I'm like, hey, did you put her onto it or some shit? He goes, nah, man, I didn't know that she did it. And I'm like, yeah, right, cunt.
Bro, that sounds like the best Christmas present ever, eh? That's how you reconcile with your brother, eh?
Hey, I fucked a bitch.
Yeah, I'm gonna send some pussy your way, all right? It's on me.
Bro, if he did that, everything, my mic's been cut off. No,
it's just your headphones.
Oh, shit, yeah.
It's just headphones.
Yeah. Bro, if he did that, our beef would be gone. He could have abused the fuck out of him. I'm like, nah, hey, that's my boy. He lent me his missus. You know what I'm saying? Nah, boy, even after that, like, I've known her from, like, I've seen her around afterwards and shit.
No, she seems
She's a cool chick,
man.
bro.
She's
She's a cool chick, man.
In fairness, she made out that she was a big fan of you before you came out. So I didn't know that she actually knew you. I thought she was genuinely a big fan of your work.
That felt a little bit make-a-wish.
Right,
Before you go, are you
I'm getting kicked off. All right, I'll see you later. Nice to meet you anyway. Follow my
podcast.
podcast. I don't have one, but it's better. All right, love you, bye.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I do a fringe show with
I'm
Delby.
a fish for you, man. He's a bit fucked up.
It's called
Yeah, sorry. Go first.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot these. I
yeah.
do a show with Delby. It's called
The Confessional.
Hi. You might be wondering what. Hey, I'm doing my bit. Come on. You're probably wondering why I gathered you here today. Because the confessional's on. Come. Thank you.
That was Cam Crown, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, yo, a net podcast for Fringe every Saturday night during Fringe from 10:30 at convenience. Come through. We're doing a net live. Me and Taba Tuma.
Yes, sir.
Dual MC. We're going to be doing our thing. Hey, yo, Taba, tell them about your solo show too, bro.
I'm doing my debut solo hour at the Perth Fringe Festival, Convenience Northbridge, 8th till the 12th of February. We call it Bootleg. Come talk shit. Come see the best working comedian. Fuck Delby. Fuck Cat McLaren.
It'll be awesome.
Fuck Corey. Who else is a comedian? And fuck Adam.
It's going to be so good. Go watch it.
Fuck everybody.
Come watch this shit, because I need to pay off some bills. And if no one comes, I'm going to be destitute.
Go watch it. It'll be
also,
awesome.
I'm opening for Tabo as well, man. So come through. It's gonna be a good night. Thanks for
Hard
having us,
yarns
man.
are the boys. Are the mans. Thank you for having us, boys.
My man's in there. Blah.
Jump on this shit, Delby.
Can we get you to quickly switch first? We have to set those two buttons.
Oh, bro, I'm fucking
Just for 30 seconds.
Okay. Okay. I can do that.
Sorry, I'm just getting some deodorant.
We don't want any dead air, so in that podcast, Tabuchuba.
All right, just so there's no dead air.
Coming to Perth Fringe Festival once again. How unlistenable is this thing gonna be?
Keeping it fresh.
Spraying away in the podcast from the.
All right. Ladies and gents, this is... Just pop the headphone. There we go. This is a monumental moment. This is a monumental moment in Hard Yarns history. We are here with a number 2 ticket holder. Oh, you got it? All right, we are here with a number 2 ticket holder, Nino Camarino, the man with the name of a DJ. The very first number 1 podcast Patreon was John Gray, and then Nino was number 2. John Gray's dropped off, so we're here with Nino Camarino.
Oh, hey,
right.
Nino.
Thanks.
Nino has been
Nino.
the number 1 supporter.
I'm back.
I first met Nino at Sunday Singles.
I first met him at Sunday Singles as well. I was at the same show and he danced.
And he
was
danced at the end.
Stall.
Gotta say, how did that work out, Nino?
Not good at all. Do you want to know what happened?
What happened?
So, basically, we'd kissed a couple of times on stage.
What? Hang on. What? I didn't see this.
Did you not see that?
Nah.
So we did the karaoke, and then she drops like 2 on me on the stage.
Wow.
I was like, holy fucking
Nice
shit.
work. Christmas come early.
Oh, yeah.
Nino came early.
So like we were kind of hanging around after the show, and it was a bit too much for me. Like I know so much female attention.
You became an unofficial legend, superstar of Sunday Singles. Yeah. So there's too much female attention.
Yeah.
Apologies, I was filming the promo and I was like, I cannot not use this.
Yeah.
It's so good.
So yeah.
Well, even from her, I'm like, well, this is too much. I don't get a lot of female attention. And I was like, fuck. And I got to fucking bail.
So you panicked?
I panicked, yeah. So I partly regret it, but I partly don't regret it because it kind of helped me to work on myself as a person.
And that's what the podcast is all about.
Full
ladies and
circle
gents.
about.
Full circle.
Yeah. But mate, you are probably one of our OG listeners. And I don't know if you already said this.
Yeah.
OG.
I said John Gray was number 1, Nino was number 2.
Yeah, probably.
But then John Gray dropped off and came back, so Nino unofficially took number 1.
Where is John
Sorry,
Gray?
John Gray.
John Gray, you said you were going to be here to help me set up, let alone fucking be here at all. Actually, there's a few people who said they're going to be here a bit later as well, but I don't
early
know what
days.
time it is. Yeah. So, mate, you are one of our OG listeners.
Yeah, how did you find us?
Always been interested in this.
Well, how
did you originally find Hard Yarns?
Sunday Singles.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I was like, I followed like you and Simone Springer on Instagram, and then you were posting stuff about the Hard Yarns podcast.
Okay.
And I was watching the clips, and then I was one with Chelsea, but I just kind of kept watching, and it was like, I kind of listen to a podcast, and I kind of like listen to one, and I listen to another one, and it's kind of like, that's kind of how it happens. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well done, Delby. Well done. Well done.
Beautiful.
You've got us our greatest ever listener. Well done, Delby.
So, if anything, I need to post more Hard Yarn stuff. I don't think I post enough.
Yeah.
I need to post more.
I do it on the story.
Yeah. So, Nino, real quick, because we're going to wrap up, but we wanted to get you on. A little bit about you. You're a footy umpire, which everybody loves. Boo! If anything, that's a pussy magnet, Nino.
You could just love like Banshee running around.
What's it be like Banshee but get paid for it to run?
So I was a prick to umpires.
Yeah.
Absolute prick. And I apologise. Now, I was never a prick to you because you were never my umpire, but I do apologise. To any umpire I was a prick to, I apologise now. Because
you enjoy it?
Most of the time.
Yeah.
Just,
Did music just stop? Did things get weird?
Oh,
are you getting a phone call?
Song.
What happened?
That was just the next song.
Oh, it's the next song.
I'm just
Next
think,
episode.
Like, most of the time I enjoy like, you get your kind of like talk back, and then just more, even like the crowd sometimes can like be a bit shit, but then it's just more, just not focusing on that, and then just. But there's times I don't even pay attention. Like I'll be in my game, and the guy comes, I started yelling at him. I'm like, I didn't hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's good. I get out, meet new people, exercise. Kind of helps me to build a person, a bit of resilience, people, because
and resilience is our number one fucking thing.
I love it. People like obviously, they're trying to like get free kicks off you, or they're trying to tell you, that wasn't a free kick, and it's just like
yeah. And do you have another job other than umpiring?
So I work in a warehouse at the moment, and I do start a bit of bartending.
Ooh, RSA.
So how's this
we
for
might
a
be able
little...
to use Nino downstairs when we get the warehouse.
Yeah, so how's this for a little bit of a small world for Nino? I went down and I was filming a boot camp down towards... It's like Rockingham way almost, hey?
Coogee.
Coogee Beach?
Yeah, Coogee Beach.
Coogee Beach. So I don't know how far away that is from Rockingham, but that way. Coogee Beach. And filming this like at 6 o'clock in the morning, like an early thing where they go for a run and do a boot camp on the beach. And
Nino's
stuff like
running backwards with his whistle.
Nino's there doing fucking ice baths.
Oh, really?
It's like middle of winter.
It was like
with a group of friends, and they do cold plunges in the beach.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's like, we've got a group chat, and then just, cold morning swim, and then go for coffee afterwards.
Fuck, you're a beast.
It's fucking... It was cold.
Yeah,
I was like, bro, I don't know if I could do it. I could, but I don't think I'd do it willingly.
Yeah.
All
right, to finish off, 3 things from you, Bruno. Bruno. 3 things from you, Nino.
That's how good
Bruno just walked past behind you.
That's how good Bruno is on the podcast. He's just...
if you want to, you can tell us your raunchiest story. I think we've already heard it with you and the birds.
Yeah.
But the best thing to happen this year, and then what you're looking forward to next year.
Well, the raunchy story was I already told you.
Yeah.
What was the second question?
Best thing to happen to you this year.
Best thing that happens to me all year.
This.
This year. I'm just trying to...
This.
Yeah.
He's
featuring on the Hard Yarns podcast.
Look at him. He's musing it. He's like, you could be right.
No. I'm gonna go a bit fucking deep here. Just
that's a good way to finish.
Yes.
Just started seeing the therapist again, and just kind of getting back in like a good headspace.
Yeah.
Chels?
No, another one.
Okay.
Shout out Liz.
Yeah.
No, just working on some stuff, and it's just like from the last kind of 6 weeks, my years is kind of like I've gone from not like. I've gone from like just like not having like the best headspace to like having the best headspace and like having too many things in my head and having too many things to do now. So it's kind of a good place to be.
Good.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Bro. So what are you looking forward to next year?
So I'm looking forward to going down south every 3 months to take some photos for a couple projects that are going to come up.
The photography page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So and also, I've got a second one. I can't wait to sell my house.
Nice. You have a house?
Yeah, I got a.
Fuck, you're doing better than me, eh? We're right. If anyone wants to buy in Parmelia, Nino's selling one for. No, you don't have to say that.
Sell it
for a great price.
Sell it a peak.
Yeah. Well, that's a plan. Yeah.
All right, brother. Best of luck. Thanks for supporting us.
So Delby, before we finish, because. Yeah, we'll finish with Nino. This can be the last bit, I guess. What are you looking forward to for 2023? Because it's been a very good year. What have you loved about this year, Hard Yarns wise? And what are you looking forward to the most next year?
So, best thing about this year for me was probably going full-time comedy and celebrancy. That's pretty fucking
big
good.
year for you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And what I'm looking forward to most next year, I think this podcast can do something big.
It's got legs.
I'm looking forward to that, and I'm looking forward to what Who's Rhyme can do.
Yes.
So I'm looking forward to Hard Yarns and
It's
what
all
Who's Rhyme
it's all
can
connected
do.
though, bro. Like it's all part of a thing. Like I think it all.
Daniel Delby Entertainment, DanielDelby.com. I'm looking forward to that, but yeah, I think Who's Rhyme and this podcast are my biggest goals for next year because it's the most fun.
I think the thing that we've done, and we've both set goals now. Have you set goals for 2023?
I'm going to write them on New Year's Eve.
So I wrote my goals. Anyone who listens to the podcast knows I love manifestation. I put down literally a week and a half ago, one of our goals for the podcast was to get 2 major sponsors, and within 3 days we signed 2 major sponsors. So one we haven't announced yet, but
and it was the best because Raunchy, Ian and that were doing our producing, and they see what we actually do.
Yes,
so
Raunchy are now on board. Like that's going to be great, and then we got another sponsor for next year. So money finally for me, Delby and Jehmal, and just basically that's not going to us.
And we can bring in that podcast up with us.
Yes.
Because Tarbo's on producing right now. He can hear what we're saying.
Listening to every word we say. say, but secretly, fuck those guys.
No, all love. We bring each other up, man. That's what we do.
I love the community that we're like. Not only we, like Inept, fucking Reapers, that the comedy scene is building a good community, and I think that's what I'm looking forward to the most next year is us and a heap of friends creating more content, creating a fucking scene, like almost a movement, like just something.
Bring everyone up.
Exactly.
What is it? Rising tide raises all ships.
Well, like I said to you, I think it was on like the 8th or 9th episode when I said, "Fuck, you got to be on board the whole time," because this can be as successful as I want it to be by myself.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would I want to do it by myself? You want to share it with people, and now it's not only me and Delby wanting to share it with ourselves. Like we want to share it with others. We want to bring Wolfies.
Do charity work for that.
Fucking inept. Like we want to like sling them some fucking pleb fucking.
Just like the good
listen.
Nino with the zing of the year.
Yeah.
It's enough. Hey, we say that. None of our guests have said that. So thanks, Nino.
But yeah, no, it's been fucking good year.
Yeah, it's been awesome.
For all of our listeners that have come on this year. Fuck, thank you so much. Really.
Thank you.
Yes.
Fuck yeah. Just tell a friend. If everyone can tell one friend.
Oh, bro. Yeah. If you can get on, fucking rate the podcast, all those sorts of things. But really appreciate it. It's been such a good year.
WA. Support Inept, support Green Reapers, support us, support Mission Control.
Yeah.
Support fucking any WA podcast you can. And we'll
build something special.
Rising tide raises all ships, as Buddha said.
Something like that. Yeah.
I think it was something along those lines.
So much to look forward to. But yeah, thank you very much. I don't know what else to say.
That's it.
How do we finish?
Christmas party wrap up, baby.
Yeah. Cheers.
Peace.
Hey, bro.